western parts of that continent, from the southern part of that country, from the crest of that road. Waves are radiating at high speed from gate to gate, door to door, room to room, stereo to stereo, speaker to speaker. From that station, radio gold on that dial 90.5, where the difference is obviously crystal clear.
Radio Gold, 90.5 FM. New dawn, new reason. Morning time, conversation time. Listen up. Good morning conversation. Voices of the nation in a vibration. From politics to liberation. Truth on the mic, no manipulation. Good morning conversation. Real talk every generation. Radio Gold 90.5 FM. Wake up Ghana, it's a new direction. Sena Nombo on the front line. Rasta man without ear but the wisdom divine. No fake crown, no pretender sign. Just truth and fire every morning time. Clear mind sharper than a razor blade. Breaking down systems Babylon made. From parliament halls to the roadside shade. Sena speak facts, no fear, no fear. The gold morning conversation. Voices of the nation in a vibration. From politics to liberation. Truth on the mic, no manipulation. Nancy Obimpeh, mama got strong. Honest and loyal, carry the people along. She talk for the market, the mother, the son. Justice and balance when the system wrong. No sugar coat, no silver tongue. Straight like arrow when the bell get rung. Morning breeze with a woman's song. Nancy keep the conscience strong. Stephen Mireku stand firm and bold. Animal rights lawyer, heart made of gold. From voiceless creatures to stories untold. He fight for the weak in a world so cold. Nature cry but him ears wide open. Justice in motion, words well spoken. Protect the life every soul chosen. In gold morning the truth unbroken.
Ja behind the scene wa I na efasi mami fellow Ghanaians, my countrymen and women, Ghana de shimamba yedo bo ade na se enenso wode enkwa acheyin ai abusia se de onim no enye nipa nyina na enya ne se de wanya no payu. Enti anopai se okati asefo ho de a na ewo se ode asida kese pa asida ni kabia wode ma eye asafo Yehowa abusuan Yehowa ye na nadoye ewo hoda midie minim hwiu au ne minim ani se mehia oberi ma biu wakama simasem de bi a ye frenu Yesu o ye frenu Jesus mihia no na me benu no wakama simasem de bi mento aso ana oh ade na fa afa anopai de eye eli lema sabatani eye se kutu se bam na shem pampi utukrentu uye ni hwi enye ye jumbu sumi no ene de toso makomaku edu enkron ene su efiada de mo nyina chi mumpom etisen na no pai na hotwi mu wagidi ese Nyankopon asafo Yehowa ene wadi niye pa ebia okotokuo mu enye dede na emum no kan ne se no se won kwa na wade ai good morning, how you doing? Bonjour, comment ça va? Oje ku anyami no bobi tuele bi na anyami ofa na to yo ten yi anshma enche indina milo leke miafwa wofo na suba ba vini kazo idokula ma janwale kolafia yaya kuki gumoron within morgan dobre utra bonjono dobre ho anku abusia kai nation in say good morning conversation team no yaya tight pa enye Black Stars defenders kra inform ho ai eye soga kope Larry King eye Sena Nombo Vakpo Prarinfree Nancy Obimpeh Avetime eye last killer na say Wilson Lavo Afetimo producers no Eric Boatin Patrick Aswodwodu the man with the presidential height Mr. Q no and no pay what the mark of Facebook into ukwa okay oze YouTube mo misram monko YouTube mami enti YouTube Facebook no yenya issues kakrabat enche ye be solve sa issues ni nyina enti no uko YouTube eno so no yini sa wo hu enti uko YouTube se sia mami na eno no ube subscribe wo hu Radio Gold 905 FM Radio Gold 905 FM enti mbesa me hwade ni yi enti YouTube no me chiro oduru ho a na wa subscribe dia mam eno so betimi a share sa na obi so nya bia he asanti ye na no po mekun abefu enkwada yi enti dwumadi ne na no pay ye overlapping kese pa YouTube no Radio Gold Live ke Facebook dia ke Radio Gold 90 na say but we no YouTube ntimi sremo monko Radio Gold Live enfama me YouTube na mo share enfama me why na mo sign so and subscribing fan count enfama me Mr. Kwansa ha afen cha brante friend Prince Bako Alaska bi so bebo grom abusiami amasin konwa ene edi ni munim ni dada pa cho kwaku Samson nie ami nie ni ayite ni jagamashi ne animal rights lawyer ushiami a edi ba ko pe na meje so wudi kwaku Samson ne bade ne meje so enye sa so de a SM na ese ukọ baby ene kwaku efie de upese obodi ni nyina ene kan ne no se e wo se wo kakra hye wata so san se maye hyepa na menam enti aho wo kwan no o boss so a Steven no atwem de ama me mesrew wo bebo ne sen mo taxi drivers truck drivers a person yafo mo fie me da masepa Steven Mireku ene masin konwa na no pay me de obon krata na poso me de ebremo na otwi mu ya resource persons mpanifo anim atwetwe nkomo fiti Jordan na bebe pem ennedai ye de mu nyina se ye de masepa mo so a ene good morning conversation no mo mfa ni agro obitimi park ne car etie good morning conversation wie ansa no be ko office awako Yadamasi, David Sekpa, good morning. Lawyer Tuflo Jemega, lawyer Metepe, and officer. Professor, I'll tell you, good morning. My friend, he didn't say the OM size, no. Yes, sir. Hear you, Prof. Chua. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, comma, Honorable Mrs. Benita Sena Okitidua, or a national coordinator, Free SHS, or a former MP, Lujukuku. May God continue to bless your heart. May you live long, madam. We if you did bega ho, and o si yemfa emamo. Enti happy 50th birthday to Honorable Mrs. Benita Sena Okitidua. National Coordinator Free SHS. Former MP for Lejokuku. Osinyankopon enkoswa no nhyiraw. No onye okese. Na unyi enche we efi DJ abega eho eno se yemfa ma wo abusua ne efiada enti se de ade na ne de aye critical so pa
Paye Shamash Israel Yehuwa Elahenu Yehuwa Ekat we ahata et Yehuwa Elohika bika luvika uvika navashika uvika miyodika tode yashak Todi Yashak in English in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Chairman say the ade na no de say I just say ye nyina ye twen when me sure say delaying tactics bi abefa say bia obesisa na akofa foforo na foforo so aba betwen ade ni twan eno de chairman ebe din pa but mommy yeso ko buy na say no abɛfu social media no wafiri ho.
Prophetess,
Kaish.
evangelist,
Kaish.
Mrs.
Kaish.
Patricia,
Hey.
Siama,
Local fine.
aka
Kaish.
Noko Fine,
Am.
Noko Pressure,
Wow.
Noko Tantalizer,
Kaish.
Noko
And
Beautiful,
what the name?
Noko Alarm Shake,
Sanity.
Warriors,
Hey.
Warriors,
Hey.
Oh, ɛneɛ yɛbɛda ase paa. Ai, yɛbɛda ase. Na ɛmɔnwuram ɛwɔ commander edina egu afɔ abirim municipality hɔ. Ai. Na mpanifo kusua ɛboaboa ho ano. We si bɛseɛ mobilizing resources. We no ɛyɛ internal generated funds IGF no. Wama boaboa ho ano pa we deɛ a brand new pickup vehicle omakwa akoto. Afei refuse containers. Na se containers a yebetimi ni adi nwura bi agum na yakwa akoto agu no. Ɛno so no ɛmaako enum sɛ de bɛyɛ a wɔn betimi ama adehye aboaboa ho ano yie na efi a ɛmene Ghana fo no wɔn atimi ayɛ de bɛn adi su enkunim. Ha horo a ɛyɛ municipality ni wɔn nyinaa wɔn pɛ sɛ wɔhwɛ na ɛno so no wɔn etimi ɛyɛ na wɔn yi adi firi hɔ. Na ɛyɛ MC Honorable ɛyɛ Ishmael Zakun Said. Ɛse ɛyɛ assembly no wɔn ɛlaki akandie bebree nneɛma bebree ɛna assembly no wɔn ɛni enti wɔbɛsrɛ wo a wɔn wa bi kura no betimi de aba na waba bɛboa wɔn san sɛ containers yi so munya bi sisi mantwa ahoro enti yente MC Honorable Ishmael ɛyɛ Zakun Said.
Zoom office. I don't use I use we because I'm working with people. You saw that there are so many facilities that we need in order to generate more revenue to make sure that the assembly takes its shape. So we decided on one of two things. If our waste department are supposed to go outside, the vehicle that would take them was very, difficult to get. So we decided to get a vehicle that will convey them to various places for our revenue generation. Secondly, when it comes to sanitation, when we assume, we saw that most of our containers, are destroyed. And for that matter, we need to buy more containers. Getting one container is not that easy. If I will look at the cost of it, by God being so good, we'll be able to procure 5 containers, that is skip containers. We are still appealing to, our stakeholders, that if they can help us to also get a skip track. Well, this one that we are using is for Zoom Lion, and our relation with Zoom Lion. That's the reason why they have given us this one that, which is helping us. So we are saying that assembly lost so many resources, which include vehicles, skip containers, computers, and other things. Once you'll be able to purchase the car and get this, the rest also follow. We are hoping that by the end of this year, getting computers and other things will also come. So we are here this morning to commission this kind of container, to the whole world.
Yo, and to the whole we are sampa. Aye. We MC no. Aye, Honorable Ishmael Zakun Said. And it is no and so etimi atudwa. And to kopie mu ewo commander edina egua for Abrim municipality a. Eno so no ensem kakra ekoso ewo ho enso eno no. Afei legal fraternity no. Ene me no kasei de ato mu ewo asante mantem no enya sem kuma kra me kire kuma se monten so. Adan ya abawe bi a wanya mfrinhia makomako aduonu ensia. 26 years old. Sarah Araba Tete. Yase abawe yi wada ne benkum so. Waye Nyankopon dia. Na wukoda ya Ghana Black Stars. Ye ne Panama for the share so ade chen so ya woda no. Ai. Abawe Ghana last minute ye share Panama for sa no. Ene ani gye ne dien. Yeso mo ani agea mo hu de omo yom ho. Na abawe se cardiac arrest o se dien yu. a je so mbeti akum wamina hwe wonsomo womo am de epegya no ekopie mu ewa yaresabia abayo yi aye gone too soon nyankopon dia woni ne namfofo agomani ewo standard hostel ewo bomso ene je sawra husemi enso atimi aba nti we de o emranimfo kra yesi enche ye kra ena je se o wieye na o answer na abayo bedan benkum so no na yeso mne one eye Q&A legal consult ena eye dwuma. Oh, 26 years. Abayo so ho ofe papa. On Saka daily guy krata na. The late Sarah Arabatete. We kra de we de ni wine tete. Sarah Arabatete. Anti ye daily guide and the science seminar idebe aba ewa ha. KNUST Faculty of Law. Oh, I am abusia for yako. Why Blasters in semi. Celebrate responsibly or face arrest. Police for ne desa kokobo wi. Emma enkwada motro afi SSC ni bi no. Nso hwe motro bi no. Ai. Se enkwada ne yenim di aba. Na nsenye ena school enkwada wo mo etro afi nso hwe ni bi no. Enso kopie mu ewo eye Bogatanga Regional Hospital a chechirefo mienu eda ho anyasem kuma akora. Adenya school fo bi adi eye Boku Senior High school teachers no mienu mpabro asese eye school na japade bebre motorbikes o ma se no electricity meters o ma se no water lines o ma se no afei achechefo no baabi o mo edida na so mo ko school kra baabi o mo kotena no o ma se ne ma bebre na ne ho adenya SHS sorry na womo echo na se wasi nsohwe no enya mai kra o resource no mai afi kra no mo tro ansana o makwakọ maka ma resource no ba tro no mo tro no acherechefo no ede mra no eye adwuma dodo aden eno mo gira mo so pampe sa o kotro a ene ye hwe boxer shorts mu ye hwe obrazia mu ye hwe panty mu ni ade enti eye Boku Senior High School ewo eye Upper East Region. Esi school nkwada yi omo stage protest pa ai asemu me no kasa chechefo mienu kra ewo eda yaresabia Bogatanga Regional Hospital ai yesi sansem ya bi susu siwo eye Zibila Senior High Technical School hoso no 2 final year student police for achirwo nteno enama empanifo bokokose ensohwe no mo hweso na mo ntro nsohwe ni nwie na munnim na mutwero wie na msen be basabasa pa de a ene emra ne so pa echi a enu bedi no nyonyonyon ensohwe kura ekoso no wunnim na so bebu mra ne so a empanifo se omomfa ho enche okra ene omo be mmoa omo a hu akokọ a next time obe friend na lulu nti COP Lydia Yakudonko emfoni ena daily guy kratei e de aba oh oforiata so nya green card. Oh, green card da wanya no enkyere se yentimi nasem e wo Ghana ha. Ye be famra kwan so e de oforiata sem e krom ha. Abusia special prosecutor. Ai. One ne office no. Office of the special prosecutor. Omo na de sansem na tobia. Ura kisie Jaben William. Ai. Enti ode eye kuntun kununku na na yaw ofori ata. Ode nfoni aba ewo eye daily guy kratenim. Oforiata trial in absentia still on the cards. OSP. Ena ede sansemi enso aba ewa ha. Exim Bank fraud case. Court gives AG won't to me time to discuss plea bargain. Asemu sa brofu we plea bargain there. Edin semu bapa ai plea bargain hon sensem. Enrei 24 kopie mo court na de ade a. Na unum se na ne lawyer Andiapia Kubi. Ansana or say and so on to us bio. They say there me lord ena aso asem or say Samra boy case ne kra na 24 say July busum ye bebo wura July 3 no mudi rule ne beba kra no wo munya yan company for emma mre kakra san say no apia Kubi ni hobi ono na aba be fa case no tin company for emma mre kra kakra.
I've taken over the criminal case that lawyer appear Kuru was handling. That's what I've done. But the rest of the cases are not with me. I will plead with the court for that. Because if you want to have fair trial, if you want our input as part of the thinking of the judge, I believe we should enlarge time so that we're able to do what I've taken over the criminal case that lawyer Appear Kuru was handling. That's what I've done. But the rest of the cases are not with me. I will plead with the court for that. Because if you want to have fair trial, if you want our input as part of the thinking of the judge, I believe we should enlarge time so that we're able to do what
Abusianti we Atachia no. Samuel Atachia. Wuntumi ne lawyer foforo. Me lord. Wono enubese Shatawale bese wa take you over. Fi Andi Apia Kubi. And so to say Samurai boy case 24 enche na se July 3 omedi rule ne beba no. Obesre company 4 America kraba mu a science wono enubese wa take over. Accra High Court so me no ka say sa plea bargain negotiation no 30 million Exim Bank sika no 30 million cedis no amaka wasem sia say court gives aging want me time to discuss plea bargain no yentie nsem a lawyer Andy Apia Kubi so aka.
So for accused persons agree that since we have initiated plea negotiations, it is only by law prudent for the court to give us an adjournment until we come to inform the court of developments. And by law, we are entitled to 30 days of plea negotiations. So we agreed to take the 6th of July to come to the court to inform the court of progress so far in the plea negotiations. We are very hopeful that by the time we come to the court on the 6th, we will have made some progress and inform the court of what issues are left outstanding for us to clear and to file our pre-agreement in the court. The mood of the court and the predisposition of counsel from both sides suggest that we will be able to reach amicable settlement quickly for us to file a plea agreement that will bring the matter to finality. Counsel.
We anti-enrevia Accra High Court. And I just say plea bargain negotiation chema wuntumi ne lawyers hyase no empanifo se womo ama agent attorney general no emre ene chema wuntumi emre se omomfa nkwa de ben enkosuso ho nti Andi Apia Kubi we no enkan no ono na jese chema wuntumi ensem nyina ese de oso wafa lawyer foforo nti no ehon sem eno no nti lawyer Andi Apia Kubi na otenenka no. Mahama calls for responsibility in global push for reparation. Pacho reparation as anything. A compensation. Anase a payment. Yadima and crofo. Anase kubi. Ebia bonibi a ye womo. A mubi di womo. Anase ebia. Periperi yebia. Yamana de ben entimian koso. Tino we no a compensation a ketua anase empatade amenka ne saa yedima obi ana ekuo bi edisi ebia boni bi a ye no amanihu bi ofo mu ana atenchie bi a yebu no se wate ase yo enti eye daily guy krata ne diaba ena GT Ghanaian Times krata nso diaba na me ka de obon krata mienu me ansa kra ma me fa Ghanaian point enka ho afi mi wi a na metie omampani voice no so e de amamo enti daily guide odi aba no Mahama calls for responsibility in global push for reparation ena eye GT Ghanaian Times so de aba we no next step consultative conference ekoso Kempiski. President Mahama rallies support for reparations and unveils 3 panels to push agenda. Tigana mampani berima bo adano no. Friend Crawford ene amman emufo nyina se wommoa na eye mpatade ho modimbo no entimi enkoso yie eno so ewo GT Ghanaian Times mu kan Ghanaian point say Mahama calls for responsibility not guilt in global reparation justice push. And also, the Ghanaian point krata no ede ba nti de obon krata miense nyina abusua de omo ede aba eno no yentie Ghana mampani kakra. Why?
The UN General Assembly resolution marked an important moment of international recognition. The responsibility now is to ensure that this recognition translates into meaningful and sustained action. And so the question before us is not whether history can be changed. History cannot be changed. The question is whether we have the courage to learn from it, whether we have the wisdom to confront history honestly, whether we have the determination to transform remembrance into responsibility and to transform responsibility into action. Future generations will judge us not by the resolutions we adopted, but by the progress we achieve. And so let them say that in Accra we chose truth over denial. Let them say that in Accra we chose partnership over indifference. And let them say that in Accra we chose justice over delay. And let them say that when history called upon our generation to act, we stood up and we answered with courage. I thank you. The UN General Assembly resolution. There was no certainty that such a proposition would command broad international support. And yet, exactly 6 months later, on 25th of March 2026, the United Nations General Assembly addressed that proposition. And by a decisive majority, member states adopted Resolution A/RES 80/250, marking a historic step in the international community's acknowledgement of the scale, brutality, and enduring consequences of the trafficking of enslaved Africans and of racialized chattel enslavement. But before proceeding further, I wish to express my profound...
Yo, Berma Boada, Ghana Mampani no, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Abusia Ewo Next Steps Consultative Conference no. Eno Mampani, Edis Ansemo a Mabubu nyina no, enso etimi atu eye edwa. Enti YouTube no, Radio Gold 905 FM. Radio Gold 905 FM. Mr. Wamunko YouTube emame. Na afi eno so no mo subscribe na mo share enka ho. Na Facebook no ya yi kakra 15 rewie no mo anti ebesere mo amunko na mo check en fama me. Why? Ye live ewo ho. Enti GT Ghanaian Times Daily Guide Ghanaian Point dia no. Daily Guide dia mini na wie. GT Ghanaian Times the ode to aso kakra no so Attorney General any wuntumi enso plea bargain sensem no. Enti court clears way for plea bargain talks. There's a GT Ghanaian Times krata de. Was it court abi ekwam de ato. Say chema wuntumi. One empanifo enko no monko transe no motwetwe nkomo. No mo hwe say sika okokoje wo Exim Banka na oso de kwakodua bura ensuo no ade ne saa no. Obetua 30 million cedis no. Obetua omomani ntua na je say de omeye no monye no. Ti GT Ghanaian Times so de ode aba ewo ho no. Panama down. Bring on England. Fans call after Black Stars win. Any Ghana for one type Black Stars sechi. Oh, what see a Panama. They said the drum so no. The three Lions of England. Enti Panama no more wie. Bring on England. Monfa England emra. Ye be chiro mo musumi eduamu aburo. Ye be show mo sa. Sabru bi se hwe de o kire. Mo wie de o kire. Na ne chamfo ne bo nya sa anwum no. O se hwe de o kire. Ghanaian Point kakra o sande to aso ne say. NDC has lost control of governance. Oh, mobile say aye afini bosumi kakra ni. Said you ebu oman ade mu wie free said you ebu oman ana. Hu kotoko bia mfa kura nhyem ene mu kopegya we wo ha nam de abesia nam akopegya we wo ha nam de akosia ade na moye sa Alexander Kwame na penyo marking ena eye Ghanaian Point kratai ede ni foni abu osidom kuma omom na shebedwa fie no ena e kasa nsem no ede a kire eye NDC amanyuku no. I will sack anyone who comes to Jubilee House to apologize to President Mahama over Wuntumi Mustafa Gbandi na seminiu. Eye Mustafa Gbandi say, Obi bia why na dwen say obeba Jubilee House. Aba bebu nkotodwe. I saw President John Dramani Mahama 9 apa ne chew. Ede ama wuntumi no. Obepam so nipa ko no. Or deputy general secretary. I edema National Democratic Congress. Mustafa for you Gbandi no. I deputy director in charge of air operations. I na chama wuntumi de mama why anything. Why anything? Say case we dey nye Mahama dey di case na ana well, that any chopper. About 4,000 public sector workers. The student loans. The car. All student loans. We are controller and accountant general. Na some of the abano. Aye.
The sustainability of revolving fund depends on the timely repayment of loans, ensuring resources remain available for future students. In this regard, the partnership between the Student Loan Trust Fund and the Controller Accountant General Department offers an opportunity to strengthen loan recovery and improve the long-term sustainability of student financing in Ghana. As the custodian of the Government of Ghana payroll system, the Controller Accountant General is well placed to support the identification of beneficiaries employed in the public sector who are on the mechanized payroll, thereby facilitating loan recovery through structured payroll deductions. Subject to the applicable legal and regulatory framework, such deductions could be administered as statutory deductions to promote consistency, efficiency, and compliance. We have already identified over 4,000 beneficiaries on the government payroll through the collaboration with the trust. And in the coming days, we will engage the trust to agree to the modalities of implementing these deductions. We envisage that these deductions will become one of the important statutory deductions on beneficiary salaries, alongside existing obligations such as Senate and PAYE. What we want to do is that the deductions will be treated as statutory deductions.
I was your controller and accountant general, no. Kwesia J. And or say about 4,000 public sector workers. I beg you my four. And just say, de can't about 4,000 public sector workers. All student loans. We are controller and accountant general. And it is similar to be. We know now, air launch a year student loan trust fund. 20th anniversary. Ya would the year training. And I just say, now pound to my send and if you had 1920 enra and a normal pound to one open case this answer me cocoa tubia. Ghanaian point cratay at the Sansa Mina Aba Ewaha. Ghana needs up to 90,000 more teachers, but budget allows only 7,000. Haruna Idrisu, lawyer Aduna no, or your software, or She Umesia, and some Eswo. Aye, and you nunkuto or say, Adia Mino Casey, and Pennyfoy, ye Shebi Brena, Obano, a year free tertiary education, a banker, one seminar, Ghana for the donor, and a etimi, and yason faso. Aye, the idea no so ansem or edeben, or kind of copium Rashibi Fien or this seminar, and so etimi edeben, etuga.
The policy was launched successfully 4th July 2025 at the SDA College of Education in Koforidua and is currently active and operational nationwide. As I indicated, Mr. Speaker, to alleviate financial burden of students, 2024-25 academic year, 152,698 validated first-year students benefited at a cost of 399,374,727 Ghana cedis. Mr. Speaker, for the 2025 academic year, ongoing, 159,750 students have benefited so far at a cost of 489,456,427 Ghana cedis. To date, Mr. Speaker, 312,448 students have been assisted under the no-fee stress at a total cost of 888 831,000.
Awusiaswafo a ohwe enwomasua ensem eso owura Haruna Idris honorable no na se womo a omo atimi enya first year form atimi enya tertiary student first year tertiary student omo atimi enya esomfa so no free stress no omenya somfa so ena ye se woka eho ensem no Chronicle Crater diaba na World Cup na ye pre ho se yebekubi no me kire fans e wo Ghana ha pese yekubi no ene yesi enkrofo na ne abanzu omu hwie ai World Cup visa rush. Canadian High Commission bounces 1,423 applicants. Aye dwe enti odi Canadian High Commissioner to Ghana Miriam Montrat odi nfoni aba ewo Chronicle Crater mu. Afena na kumia say Mama is the chief clearing agent. And also no ewo Chronicle Crater mu ene anopei. Informer say hang oforiata green card doesn't absolve him. MPP MP Davis Ansa Opoku oye empraiso mrashibedwani. Green card can oforiata nyan enkyere say yentimi endeben edi na semana say yenka na sem okrom ha. Enti we e de informer krata no so dia body can oforiata any Davis Ansa Opoku dodo na friend OPK ai odinfoni aba ewa ha. Ai invoke river spirit to kill Galamseyers. EPA boss ene ka kira hemfo no se mummuru wo mo ye Galamsey no mummuru omunua momfa nananom abosom eni nsuo emmuru omunua ai enti informa kratei ede aba ewo kratei mu ene anopei ai enti Environmental Protection Agency we takwa ai na regional director Edma EPA Derek Ashia logo ene de sansem no atodwa ai health crisis looms at Weja. Yesi baby omoto bola guno ehu pa reparations wonsam inside krata no so edibai Herald krata dia ba say Attorney General and Yoko boss omashia high level mpanifo a womo efi US Justice Department no omashia wo ti ya honsam so e ha ba omia takes chairman sabon so out of MPP running mate equation and rameka ho asem also afani chief of staff afi public sector jumefo a monso so no student loan modekano and also ehho asem ewo Herald Carter mu ene anope Black Stars victory kills young female lawyer and also so ewo ha buzienka Black Stars hunsem media yemfa dwumade ni si anemum kan nation se World Cup update kakrana fi masore so na ade a enrei matches ni bi ekoso na mpacho enra match ekoso no Czech Republic and South Africa ebo 1-1 Switzerland and so any Bosnia and Herzegovina 4-1 in favor of Switzerland. Canada for so Qatar ekensia 6 Qatar for entimiante Qatar for nya red card mienu we World Cup matches and also so enra ade a matches ni bi edeben ho ahomachin say Mexico ashe South Korea kabaako omantimi ante say menu ka say Mexico 2 matches omagbo no 6 points omo share South Africa omo san ashe South Korea na je so omo share na South ekan odi ho ade a they go score you South Africa South Korea Mexico foi ene Ghana mommy anya no South Ghana o anya say share mo meshen nti we de no so akoso na US ni Australia bebo afa Scotland enso ani Morocco enso betimi ededeben ede apem so yemfa dwumade ni sia ne enam nyina se samo ya so na mutie dwumade na otwe mu ne edi ne yepa monkosoa ene interesting se ensem no ebebiri na ene yewo ede mamo obese we are cutting ourselves small wine pardon me see etwa ho aba ye ba de aka kire ene doso mintimi serew memfa wonsa enka fidie no ye ba sisia why
Technology that's made for you, style that fits your life, and prices made for real people. Hisense brings you a complete range of home solutions. From powerful air conditioners that keep you cool to smart televisions that bring entertainment to life. Energy-efficient refrigerators, reliable washing machines, modern electric and gas cookers, microwaves, irons, kitchen essentials, and so much more. All designed with innovation, durability, and everyday affordability in mind. With Hisense, You don't just buy appliances. You invest in quality you can trust, backed by up to 5 years manufacturer defect warranty for peace of mind. Remember, all genuine Hisense products are sold in-store only. Customers are advised not to engage in online purchases, as it would be at their own risk. Visit your nearest Hisense showroom today. Hisense, everyday prices for everyday people.
National Petroleum Authority say, Mawa Bambo hu hia ukane. Ain't no, stay back and stay safe. National Petroleum Authority, ebo bibia koko se fuo tank enya kwenhia na edane menko ho nkwaye wadwen se okosisa petrol anafango no. Ena afin so, menye wadwen se wo ben fuo tank enya kwenhia ne ho akwa kodwitwa videos ana pictures. Na petrol anafango wo hwen so. Uhua ko wo mu a enye sunsu aso bone ewo apomodensem so. Fango so eho ahometinti no. Enfom so akitu ebi ebetumi ameja tom amana gise wom. Eba ne sa nipa dodo timi femu hihye ehwe mo nkwa emeja pade dodo na nso esei eno nti memfa wo nkwa nto chacha enye sa obenu ho nkwa na nyina se wo hu se fuo tanka bi enya kwanhia na adane amafango no ebugu mpo a hwa na wa aman ho da. Stay back and stay safe. Emomo no aya fredum je dwumayefo ana posifo no mo mehwe nso ano wutumi nso efre National Petroleum Authority ewo 0302 550 380 kaise wonkwa wo hoi ehu hia bebre esensa afango no kokoboi National Petroleum Authority enede bro.
Frustrated with outdated banking experiences? You deserve an app that makes your life easier, not harder. Say hello to the CBG mobile app, your new cool way to handle everything banking. With biometric security, lightning fast mobile money access, and one-touch bill payments, banking has never been this smooth. Stop imagining when you can live a life where your entire banking world is in your pocket, ready whenever you need it. No stress, no fuss. Don't settle for less. Experience a more superior, convenient way of banking today with the CBG mobile app. Banking made cool, fast and secure. Welcome to the good life. CBG. We stand with
Ojam no nansay dia wo jiwani as a confidence level so as a kosropa e wo se manijie efese ma fa Mr. Kill aye be man kasa wa fa meme dro Mr. Kill aye be mamu a enya afi na wo be ye hu debate tell him hey na ada no fa no World Cup sa That's all moi. Mr. Kill, ya my friend. My bememua. Case closed. Miss me person me Breman Kasa. Enti many Mr. Kill ni bu anyato. Mr. Kill, our pharmacies, Heba, and over the counter medicine shops. Dudua, Kokunlun Ghana Limited, East Legon, a Champo Junction. For 0244 139 176 and 0204 139 176. A member what in fear doing what you cronkwa and a firm Mr. Kill. FDA Aji Ejedi Nkratu Yatum.
Radio Gold, I bet you're wondering what's going to happen next. Radio Gold. Just stay tuned. 90.5.
Another 6 o'clock is here. Wake up and meet the morning dear. Brand new day, it's a brand new slate. Like Barack say, yes I can. Don't let the worries of yesterday hold you down on this lovely day. Well, look up in the mirror and say, yes I can. Open your face, open your face. Nothing away, nothing away. Kani mukwala kabo Magana marekena blow Nothing wawe Open your face Magana marekena blow Kani mukwala kabo
Just do it, just do it. Just do it, just do it. Just do it, time is ticking. Just do it, just do it.
one and all. Lovely morning to all of you. Thank you so much for choosing your power station, Radio Gold 90.5 FM. Yes, it's my unfamiliar voice at this time of day, gracing your homes, your offices, your cars, and every space you might find yourself in. Catching the vibe live on your power station, Gold 90.5 FM.
Yes, I can.
My name, in case you didn't know, is Henry, as in Kojo Agbai. I'm better known as the governor in the evenings. But I'm here as myself this morning as part of a new arrangement brokered by Sena Nombo and Eric Watting, my CEO, producer, chief producer of the show, right in my presence. I didn't have any say in the matter. I just came in to sit in for Sena, and suddenly I have a noose around my neck. And it's a challenge that I've accepted with gratitude and joy, and I'm here to serve. Of course, the substantive host or the regular host will be a panelist on the flip side. Will be joining us pretty soon with the rest of the crew. For now, you're warmly welcome. I do hope that everything you put your mind to do today would work out nicely for you. Pray that your life will be a purposeful one. I've been reading up on some philosophies or principles that make the Japanese live long, gives them longevity. And one of those things is having a purpose. Waking up in the morning, having something to do or go to. And so, if you've not found your purpose, think deeply about it, find it, and work towards it every day. And you'll be giving yourself some dose of longevity as you progress. So, lots of stuff coming up. We'll be delving into matters arising out of the Next Steps Conference, which is a direct fallout of the initiative by President John Dramani Mahama to get the world to recognize officially the role of slavery on Africa as a whole. We'll be discussing matters arising out of that. No one said it would be. Also some shenanigans arising out of some of the oral cases in our courts. We'll be looking into that as well. I'm sure some sports will come up. That's the fallout of the World Cup. And so much more. So this is the Good Morning Conversation. You're warmly welcome. We'll be taking a spot of music and come back and start the business for today. This is your power station, Gold 90.5 FM. Henry Agbai is in effect. So this is how I start the proceedings for today. Sound in the background is a fresh cut from Sika Coleman. Of course, it's the goodness of Yahweh that has brought us here. Future high predictions. Alright, so when Kofi's shop caught fire, he didn't just lose goods, he lost hope. But SIC Insurance was there to help him rebuild, restore, and smile again. When Ariam's car was damaged, SIC responded with speed, getting her back on the road and to joy. And when Alassan's family faced the unexpected, SIC stood by them, replacing every stolen item and restoring peace of mind. These are the moments that matter. To the Kofis, the Arams, and Alassans, and to you. At SIC Insurance, every policy carries a sacred promise to care, to deliver, and to be there when it matters most. So join the SIC Insurance family today for all your motor, fire, accident, travel, and marine insurance needs. You'll be glad you did. Talk to a broker or any of our licensed agents today, or call toll-free on 0800 100 055. That is 0800 100 055. SIC. SIC Insurance, our promises are sacred. And now the management of the National Lottery Authority, NLA, in partnership with the Concerned Lotto Agents Association of Ghana, has extended the registration of all agents and writers operating under NLA licensed private lotto operations or operators from 31st May 2026 to June 2026. All agents and writers are encouraged to visit www.nlaCLAAG.com. That is www.nlaCLAAG.com to register. Please make a payment of 250 cedis to complete the process and retrieve your sticker. Without payment, you cannot proceed to print the sticker. After receiving your sticker, display it prominently on your kiosk or container for verification by players and the NLA compliance team. Any agent or writer who has not registered by 30th June 2026 cannot sell lotto or lottery products in Ghana. A dedicated NLA compliance team will be on site to ensure full enforcement. So don't wait until it's too late. Register today at nlaCLAAG.com. Remember, no sticker, no sales. And this has been issued by the management of the National Lottery Authority. And if you're struggling with vision problems and headaches, Third Eye Care and Vision Center offers comprehensive eye solutions from new glasses to advanced diagnostics. Their skilled optometrists and modern technology ensures top-notch care for all ages. In addition to their extensive eyewear offerings, they also specialize in advanced diagnostic tests such as eye pressure checking, fundus photography, and OCT and VFT scanning. As a DVLA accredited eye examination center, you have to trust Third Eye Care and Vision Center for accurate and reliable assessment. They are located in Northridge on the same premises as Sunny FM, at the airport residential area opposite Mirage Residence near the Association International School, and at Frederick's branch of the Swansea Shopping Arcade, Accra Central. They're open on Mondays to Fridays from 8 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. both branches, and on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. both branches, and on Sundays 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. airport branch only. You can give them a call to schedule an appointment on 0245 938 389. That That is 0245-938-389. That's for the Northridge branch. And if you intend to visit them at the airport residential area, the number to call is 054-328-7008. That's 054-328-7008. Third Eye Care Vision Center. Your vision, your priority. And of course, those numbers extend to the Accra Central branch at the Swansea Shopping Arcade as well. And there's big news for every Ghanaian with a dream and a desire to learn. The 1 million coders program is the government of Ghana's initiative to train 1 million Ghanaians in coding, artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, and digital skills. And on Monday, the 11th of May, it went nationwide with over 160 learning centers opening across all 16 regions of Ghana. Over 90,000 Ghanaians applied in just 48 hours. That tells you everything about the demand. The program is free. Repeat, it is free and open to everyone. Students, working professionals, entrepreneurs, persons with disability, whether you've coded before or not, and whether you're starting from scratch. So it's free and open to everyone, students, working professionals, entrepreneurs, persons with disabilities. That is whether or not you have had any experience with coding. Phase 2 registration is open as we speak. Go to www.1millioncoders.gov.gh. That is www.1millioncoders.gov.gh or www.1millioncoders.gov.gh and register today. For further assistance and inquiries, give them a call on 0303 93 919. That is 0303 93 919 or 030 398 3914. That is 0303 93 914. 1 million coders, 1 Ghana. The future starts here. And this has been brought to us from the Ministry of Communications, Ghana.
Kristo wedi kunye amaye yeboto hallelujah oh sai Kristo wedi kunye amaye yeboto hallelujah.
I love Radio Gold 90.5.
So still your power station, Gold 90.5 FM. It's a Gold morning conversation with your irregular host. My name is Mireku, and I'll be joined by the rest of the team pretty soon. But I'll be going for a commercial break in a short bit, and then Kanye will be up next with the only man who talks in billions on this station. He's an oversized gentleman, large. Yeah, like the 2.5 billion flavor. So some inspiration coming from the Palm Worship, featuring a host of gospel acts in Ghana, playing in the background now. One good morning to you, Delanku, and to Sylvia Tego. There's still more to come on this station this morning. Stay close.
Good energy powers the things that people do to empower themselves. It fuels families, communities, businesses. Good energy fuels nations. It gets things going and keeps them moving. Good energy isn't just what we do, it's who we are. Goyle, good energy.
30 years ago, MTN arrived in Ghana and everything changed. Now, to celebrate 30 years, we are giving back big time. The MTN at 30 promo is here. 9 Toyota Land Cruiser Prados to be won. Over 10 million Ghana cedis in rewards, plus so much more. Connect to your everyday hustle on MTN. Make video calls. Browse the internet for business with family and friends. Connect your home to MTN Fiber. Make that money move on Momo and stay ahead because every move counts. Ghana, let's celebrate 30 years of MTN with the MTN at 30 promo. Use more MTN services, build more points, and win big. Dial *530# or visit the My MTN app for more.
Hey, have you heard? Third Eye Care and Vision Center is at it again. Oh, they are giving a 50% discount on everything, including glasses and glaucoma tests to everyone 60 years and above. And this is actually an everyday thing. Oh,
in Kenya, Milele, KGO is 60 years. Kaya ni ote Third Eye Care and Vision Center. Chemeno abaha 50% discount. Yehingme classic. Ke glaucoma test fe no bafi ejeme. Anyami show he no yae. Ya Third Eye Care and Vision Center. Piano no. Na bahabo 50% discount.
And ya mi dem me Third Eye Care and Vision Center says Sierra. Said beya min sumenya 50% discount. Wadi Emma one glasses and a glaucoma tester. Why in a son faso. Name kai se. When a winyan frisia education and the coin pempen so kutu.
Yes. So let's all go to Third Eye Care and Vision Center at Airport Residential Area, close to the Association International School, opposite the Mirage Residence or North Reach, on the same premises as Sunny FM. You can call Third Eye Care and Vision Center on 0245
085938389. The Third Eye Care and Vision Center, your total eye care solution provider.
Boka, them where's it come just for information.
Thank you very much, my dear daddy. Right Honorable Speaker, the enormity.
Honorable Samuel Okujatu Abla, you can't address me that. I can address you as my son, but if you are to address me, you have to say, Mr. Speaker.
Well noted and well guided, Right Honorable Speaker.
Kemonogo, Okasa be one Casaso be woo. Sunday Bonyo hui etang. And Tikanewu. Emerson Sia de Breo. High good 90.5 FM. And if you that. And Timmy Strauss said the Unimono. And numbers meeting the idea, Juan Boss 1 seminal. I about me 1 seminar and son waba. Tuba papa no aqua semso. Oba watch your crown 1 minute 30 seconds. Oba watch your crown 1 minute 30 seconds. Mr. Wa Tuba na watch your time on. Oh, we need me for frefo bebrina. Openi be na obo na baso. O constituency dia na ekoso ese 24 now we see the ma o. Oh my God, na dia na ekoso mu. Apese 24 tie. Openi be ministry ben and I also 24 he. Na bibi ekoso omo he no ka ho asem. And some ne doso to be ade be fa no. You are not restricted. Name mo nsem no obesi e na wakra ne yi. I near them. 0599922922 0599922922 0599922922 and I say 0302 30 34 92 0302 30 34 92. Hello, good morning.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We are the champion for Sena Adams, the free and Shaman.
You
and pay Mebo Abaso, baby a doctor, Pop Mafu, the Armeniano, incoming vice chairman. Now, Justice Yahua, on also deputy national organizer. Captain Joshua Hamidua Kamba, Yabeslam 24, Monte Baby Mapa Panesha Maya. The medium to baby will be Ametiano. Offer. I know Pay Kakram if I can say, when Yamewanyo Kasiawati. If you fully say Yakopon. Baby or do could no. That will pay us some money. You have to see a person. Offer. I don't pay a crime if I can say. Yes, that's right. Mr. I also the piano bam, I can't ask me. And let my room ground time at the and you did lights of Yasi, almost 2 months new. My Zenu, you insist your probably insist offer. I are them. My room ground and then we know of Oya. And I'll be telling me, yes, I just want to see your life. If you have been 24, I'm going to found. Start to bank 1 or 2 months. Yes, no, nothing. My snack and a pudding, I said. Yakopoya, I'm a penny papa. You never find 5 1 10. Okay, I'm a penny. I want to say, I'm just feeling for what poor man is so much. You are my father, so much in a Pamagana. Yes, I can't put in 5 or so much. Yeah, my third cat 1 minute, my policy. We need to say, super. I need to with my power.
You know, men so me da surprise where she say so pepe. That was hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Great ally.
Dominican Cadre.
Minu ampa cho se bibia boko.
Nyankopa na mo now so.
Obo ade na darman mo pai boy ho ye.
Yeah, da nyame ase. Manya was to my mention me incoming chairman. Osman Osun, aka Dedewa, follow who knows good. I was from the cabinet constitution. Sana media is such Maya Madam, Honorable Madam Electoral Akorogo, Dortmund Kamis, Papa Edmond, Agus, the MP, that was from the cabinet constitution. After that, hard working and a chief coordinator, Munina Misha Opiana, Ajumadina, Ajumapa, Moya Boat, no cabinet constitution, and funny to my pa. Just Mr. President, Mr. Especially Attorney General. Because it's not a mood, because you won't say yes on Profono, a yard for the Minister 68 years. And the Attorney General in Jinana. Mpanyinfo forces are omunato omutorko maham president for kopa omuchao. Sir, well, be our manner began can win. Masa Mbrani Eyajima, Nana Akufa do Akatasini. It's Mr. Romo, Omun Share Omu, a special attorney general. Sen of Omucheli and Four Corners, and a year because Omu the white yes, they are young couple for 1 year come for so much in limit. The last one I made it, maybe a year and a year. Don't part the young constituency, Mr. Ramo, Chair, my young Fakroya, on your door, inside and paying for years. Or my your Makuma, or move the boat at Sima up wire. And yes, from 5 Korea. Then that is to me, and that Edmund, so Chini Norma Beba, Amadono Quatina, into Norma Pa, yet the woman and Saka, intimate stress, Mumaya Fakuya, on your door, boy, and phone. Then, yes, then, city, then continue on gaining the star.
Okay, Minia, Mensomeda, hello, good morning.
Yes,
sir.
When you are near Maestro from Iowa, son of Mamobi.
Maestro.
At the same.
Yankoponadum. Also,
Lafia.
Lafia low.
Correct. Yeah, because look at you. Look at us so watchy.
Not so watchy.
Okay, Kazomo Baka watchy.
To.
Because Iowa, son of Honorable Jaja, MP, Deputy Minister Authority, the Matanshi, Aja for the Jaja, Sumbaka, Wati, Chikaji.
To, now goody.
Yeah. SM Anopai, I was not for Mamobi Omutio. Now I'm a paso. Honorable Judge, I was not. The phone is so there's an issue, and I was not. But you Bujuma, or we are Gattes, all across the Iowa North. And it is so far, you don't have so much complaints. Only the area of amount for. That's what we want. Because at the end of the day, now say that's your power. Now we are MP minister. We are BP Ama. When it comes to election 2028, you know, young assembly, the way the people of Iowa North, we are very grateful. The MP Obu Juma should come to Iowa North. Since I now have yellow refined in the rules Iowa North. I can even tell you on authority, 95% of our rules are good. And anything I got is MIN. My minister emergency, Simo Kokutete, regional chairman, Emmanuel Ashimo. Let me tell you what's not for sale. What we need now is to support our MP, support the council executive, but at the end of the day, when a vice chairman, a vice president, let's see tangible projects. How can we compare? President Mahama is doing well, and God bless you. That's it.
Minia, Mensomeda, don't forget, sir, we are live on YouTube. Pacho, Radio Good 905 FM, and a Facebook on the challenges, Kakrentino, Oko YouTuber, with me, Asho, Radio Good 905 FM. Hello, good morning. Yes, sir, Collins, Mo, Le.
A campaign manager, now she wants to say.
Yankopona Dumara.
mo mɛpɛ da na mafrɛ no na mahwɛ sɛdeɛ ne ho sisie ɛna Sena ɛna wankasa ɛsɛ ɛsɛ radio ko mobɔ mo mmɔden papapapapapapa nyankopɔn hyira mo papa menhyia justice yɛboa incoming deputy national youth organizer ɛna afei Kojo Dankwa incoming national deputy communication papapa ana nana otudako ono so sa hwɛ enyum ya obo yi ya aya obodi ma yetre ya adwen kadewu emu nsɛm no emu da hɔ me Canada enyum no yentie no kwawo
dabi
so wo so si bia bia bria
ede
ade na me konkoa bria na tibidia send this year protest Muhammad you have to stay certain path. It tells you something. Then you fool I should you. You push shiny of men. Party executive, party grassroots and work for you will constituency you will here and will Ghana ha. What is it for ma? Hey, Collins, again a moye, you who she, a young part. You will be dressing a good part to me near Tadi, a chest baby, no one day a Dixie Coop, Monkwana Moyana movie, and so me 4 people, my own penny. If you then is a car, you can. A mamma and so a mamma with you, and your mamma move, now the more dead, the more polo. A cat party for the war formula. Did you know? I hear you, Jan said. Yes, no man will find the Nipa. I hear listening to a memoir. Yes, I'm a SM who is centrally where who be with you grab a catch rope. And then you power. Here be what was said online or be a film. Ah, I was here yet more crap to see, said your no. Not the assistant party for you know, we have Ghana for your party for. Next time, no friend is on Konokoya party, you might all chill or be called Ricaswell, say your toe, say your boo. About the same that they be idea, a coya bar online for movie, I will be a city. It's 2 year for 2 about a party. Into my uncle friend will be done to be an Obiamra, Obiama, I give party for Nakasa, or more Casa, you rare, I guess you baptize it. Into Kakra, Minehua, Mekano, or feel as a film, someone say grassroots for the 3.
Minia, answer that. Hello, good morning.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Your family are buying. I'm Casafe Ashamazin.
Abaizenu.
Yeah, the incoming deputy communication officer for Ponkatamansu. And at the same time, Greater Accra Callers and Testers organizer. Me brother Casa Koye. SM Sawuni Muni position. Our Greater Accra. No, your Callers and Testers secretary Collins Amomole. And also call for deputy communication. Our trouble. SM Mami Fawa Konya we tsunami chia boss on our Bashimo. Ana Kojo Justice Yabua and also back for deputy organizer. Almighty na to Dakun Ana Kodankwa. Omunina so back for deputy communication. So yo SM Masamu ye take Emisa Mibra and I'm boss secretary Wabekani na Oyo Mr. Wadaruma say election na ye ko campaign party mpanyinfo ba efomfo na aye omubusa om qualification say mufa mu qualification branch amabedi etiana ese wo politician ya waba so be ye campaign awobusa ni manfo say mufa mu qualification branch amaba be ye campaign amami ese wo hu bi da ka kire mi ese mi yedi nkomo
Miss Meet you pa say o kan wasem ntino
yo nti je ye kan nyina ni say eye NDC for so ye Ghana for say ye fa NDC for ye security services mu a omo so ye NDC for esem hwe abla na ye wo opposition ye call demonstration o hwe party for no mo security services mu especially police services mu a omo to do tear gas ni rubber bullet the brew yen esa
Esan se party adwuma na no mu ye. Nti na me no ka say 20 years and 40 years and 50 years na MPP ba na NDC say ye go demonstration. Esem who feel say me aban me ba be join ni. Nti mo say ye party for no ngum, ye party for ma ebi mu ho o mai sum party no manyi. Omo mbape police ni soldier ni immigration keke. Mo for mu wurem president mama o share ye bo. Ana appointees na as a party for ba na mu jojo omo office no. Mun kan hu say after President Mahama no the next nipa na president Obama be take over ama NDC no. Mun kan hu say mu position na mu kita. Ye mu bi ye be ye dede ama mo firi ho ama ye di obi a odwin party for ho aba be hye ho. Abebua party for na mutimu odi dudumu appointees ni ministers ni bi no omutimu odi ade ma MPP ko opposition no yensua hwin firi mu party for di yaw ana ye punish party no nti mu bua ye mu dudu na hia dwuma ye esem aya mu kasa mu ma mu bua party for especially form for no SM anopemin kata bebre
nyamin kan so ho hello good morning
many abema nyamia sunje
enka wo so na no pay queen of the airwaves
many abema mama gawo
mama gawo bonti o kwa bonti
chano mame wa
yo mati
anope mame ncha ni papa ona budana matemensa eni ona bu kofi amabua eni ona bu tikuno mi chama no pay many aban kasan bi na me so so baby last month abrante bi ba mi ho ye juma wo hapo o si rose abai twemu yi omu di abrante bi ba ye ne di cramp on to me ncho onu na o cho ne di man film forms ni na wo no ana film man enne ko hwe ya ye no boss wo ho o ye teni wo ho onu bu an wa chura man enne onu cramp bre wo ho no but NDC ba power qualification but they do house to house omu mpe qualification. There be do see anajo 1 o'clock, anajo 2 o'clock. House to house, me yes neighbor power. Se me manya tampo me manu mo. Nini abema, enti this yes say sunu ye ban. Uko penyi bi wo officer, o she office no se be ka cho se oni ho. Office girls no be ka cho se oni ho. Enye nipa na oba ho no, wo de tie die nti a oba ho keke. Ti na asema o de ban tie ne keke. Mama ubia boss ame je fidis bona bati to tame ampa ukwo ni wo krampa wo be hu no adi na mo kanu mo mpese ye be hu mo denti na mo yesa eti penifo no mo sisa o ma adwen e wo nyama bi won esa emboa party because grassroots no na to abama party no ba power ese mestre road minister ona bo agboja mestre o ashamafo ye hia o papa ye stro me kaite tama ye kampe u ba shama ebe chai oni ye kasa yame ya dom na NDC back power obeboa ye MP onabo enes nobe enye wo na be road minister but nyame adom ene wo ye road minister ashama ya kwa ne nyina enye e wo mse ye NC na wo ho no obo ne humode wa ye gotes e wo kunum nya bet ye kwa ne enye fra shama ekopun katamasu eko apolonia ekodo oyibi ese mi pa cho one day wan kasa fa we ne behwe wo be so ma ya ye wo ha no mu wo be bisa sa de to ye to aba ye ne to aba ma this majority power but this ba ese hu yo mene sha sha ma ne ku ese Mr. President Mama ene ni penyi fo na chief of staff Mr. Mano pay muntene mo ni be sha ashama we deserve better ya bra ma this papa but mo ba power ya mo mpese mo be bu ashama anope mi ni abema nyame nka mo anope mi da mo ase
yo on ka on so ho pa yen se da hello good morning
SM
yes amini akwasi poku
Pacho me mo achi ano pai.
You so minu abema.
Jumayefo mu nyina mo ye.
Oba de na daruma ho ye.
Akosua go kwasikam. Minu aba rose. Ashama kwana awo ka ho asam no di ehia pa onabu abuja bomodin aso betu na yesi wono akohe. SM mamemo onimonyamfo Dr. Brown Forestry Commission papa no. Shisha wone ye nyina ye communication officer honorable Sambi Jamfi papa bi ene asojafo kom ho abom no ma make sure say ye forest ba bia amna donko wono ombe make sure so ombe sisa amna no na transparent atimi aye adwuma wo forest wono e bona baso ne adwen kese a wo SM Minyaba rules ka ensembia eye very important na ewia simpanifo ne bu bebe se sie number no sum fidi a ye number no ana ehwe oba me constituency ama samaya na me se enka no kurani esem ye road are ho say me nam so ana me ferry me ho MC so me nam kwan so ana me ferry mesre onumonyamfo the best minister so far under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ya Honorable Abuja me kwasi poku me na me de ma no na dwuma wo ye no eye me farmer papa oba kwasi poku me wo me goto dia ni mu mesre wani di mu papa tua na mo na bra ama saman na mechi ye kwasi tuansi mu na hwe problem aye wo mesre wani di mu mesre wo me wie ma asem no mesre NDC mpanimfo ebinom enye omu nyina omo making sure say ombe mu omani be wo party supporters ne ho esem pre say party supporters ne enya adwuma wo fomo a de na de bebre part na yenkugu ena me ne o kasai oba branches na wo free meeting na utie say the supporters ne bu afu a yenya ye leaders e wo ward no ye bre papa e die be say ye panifo say supporters ne ma wunya minister supporters ne ma wunya CEO supporters ne ma wunya woyo enti mo hwe supporters no opportunity wa ban mu mo mie sa opportunity ne ma party supporters no ne yensu sika bra yensam ne yemfa mo abinum mesre omo amukofo mo free South Africa buy no omo anto aba ma NDC o but obia tinye nya sika odi ye adwuma ebinum anya adwuma omo ye na ye no so so a yen ya bra no ye di ye nya sika no bi fa nya adwuma e de na mpanifo mo ye mohwe ni ye o na from ti oda yakopon hira o
Wesi yada say hello good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Julius Bawi.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Charlie, and let me the Bawi air 2 line.
Fact Bawi 2 line. Now e page o ne kakra mami.
Yo, and na me see Ranford Kwesi Wachi. Now all the down south for assemble no penino baha.
Yeah. Blue Central.
No, say, Papa more musica. No, mu find your guys me quite other thing. Now, Sena or see church Yamamu at Sukula ni Mambruku ni baby. Now, Miss Martina Hoda, meaning Sena Hoti. Now, Sena Papa chair, Sena Omu, yes, I honor. And the time who say, now, Bawe, assemble almost to be an omuye. Yamasikan omunyebi. Last year omunyebi na this year so omanya na. Ena baweti sa. Ushi wa. Inti abanu sorry. No hold on responsible. Say atenti na baweti say. Tampa say na man no kano. Sa na etibie. Na cheza happy bia nkoso wa ha. Mi hufi. Baby, I will promise you. Oh, ye babe, ye gata kesi, oh, ye be, and so ye hufi. In the Sena man no cano. Says Anna Tidia, I buy on Shana Bawi, Wajak Bawi, assemble no, on your mundi pa, because ye what challenges were her. Papa. Dear, I also you know, I bring your Ossidian. I buy no on Hushi, on Husu, and I yes, I know. Omunya NDC aban ye MPP aban ka omuni na heavy abonsan party na ewo he e na odi tutu NDC on just a concept na oye no hwe na aban we eti bu o my problems challenges na ewo ho na ewo ho da omu brace 8 years omu anye fi inti mama die ye bekoso amma no it's like ye beka nyama man se na be ya obeye no wa the enko se ye beka the enko but they can't compare NDC and MPP to NDC NPP abonsa party they don't think well me ka no kwaya cheo omu win ye o abonsa win nyama say in fact MPP the nyankopon bomodin no on pipa din no every Ghana ha na ye ho atoye omo ye problem magana MPP na agana the biamu omo gina wrong side the biamu and na me ti say Kennedy Ejepon ka SMP and me for me same man sa na ye politics ye di no kwai and ye politics and ye ntro obi o di ntro ye politics o ya bonsan nipa bonsan na di ntro be that one.
Okay, yes, that's hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, I'm Pacho Dini Baby Afrifi.
I feel what my pastor, Emmanuel, and my first picture.
Imam Pickford.
I'm a hunter.
Yanko Panadum.
I mean, Shram, why? My partner. The moon, and yes. In a minimum.
Amen.
I feel one. Miss Brack is equal for other casta. I'm a Makuma Tommy. The Chinese and extra. Ampa, your canyon around. South Africa for ya. Then can't say I'm running fast. But Anyaba. I hear grassroots. Ewaha. Police agents. You mama, your party. A Juma Poya you, I say, the press, you pass party so supporting this. Any time your party level power, on my story, and a baby, a year so on me. At the Bonnie Ben I am, Mumaya Juma, Mumaya Juma, who took Johnny Pan said a fish here, and the house. But on Johnny Pan or son, I did your house. He has same principle. Wrong pa. A Juma pa, His Excellency on the money. Hey, any standing some of our appointees. Yamin so. They catch the entity for the one. Omono, Kakredono, sorry. Press conference will happen. A dear no year, a bright, 8 years, a dear no year, Magani, a bread or how a mania, and no more 2 Ghanaians. Natania see him per movie. But it's almost a press conference about one. Almost me say almost 2052 now, Mebana, almost at the part of almost the Beba. And yet, it's still sorry how a press conference, and you know, not Ghanaians they show to say Ghanaians in DNA. And some dear, when you some better position, the threat says Excellency John Dramani Mama. It's my plan or you know, on which you might not be DNC.
Okay, so Medasa. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, morning.
Good morning.
Minya. Karim.
Refreshing Medina.
Karim Yankoi.
You Nyami Shram Nedma Pamo. Minya. Medina. In that I mean, Tasa Sita. Aja lima be kasa. Ano kwamshi no kano. Ye ni leaders wa Medina o. Ye political group executive. Omo petembo eko share who di be ekoso. We be ko parliament. We be share. Parliamentarians. Ejina ho fight ma omo constituency. But Medina 0%. Sure. You say you have go to the chairman and people as a communication officer, Medina name. It is the day of the Cobia, Medina Joint Executive, Yamin Shamu, Abutara Moya, and a party movie, Yami Timusta, Yanami, Etamuchi, so the day of the call, when you say, the Petamina, and the Dia Kosu, one by the that you would be a Kosu. Mila Mikachu says, only Abutari, but the many vessels. Obiani cake na President Mahama Yakuko Shram ni penny ko omuti Ghana name omanu ekwa ni you be make sure say Medina so you tafa so you dey na me ba our Jordan so as a striker the last match first match you go that means give the striker only defender no we go 50-50 which mean my defender no at the G-board, a Clinton. Yes, a Nigerian. 2006. That's the young man from Center. So, what do I go? A 50-50 any player, no play to you, defenders. But me, and also good. And the best the coach, while you are there, say, Yakutaya Duma, Ghana phone now, Mr. Blaster for you. Do you say, inshallah, Ghana be qualify. Me that say.
Inshallah, Ghana be qualify pa ebeda sipa. Hello, good morning.
Hi, morning.
Solo Kotoko.
Hi, Savannah Reggie Buku.
Solo, young boy. So who you there?
Oh, Nyamiadum.
Yo.
Mama Kane, so young way there.
Obia, who ye? Obia around.
With a Nyamiasu. Atiwa.
Yes, sir.
I think you have you.
Me and you.
Yet the Suka, the Ayadipa. Now see the Sky, your costume. Oh, sir. The country will say your voter, drug voter, we from following some part of your big voter. Now, you follow me, person, drug voter, and science, and our members, Cafu, and some and now say, Papa. So, yes, you will bring them, it's a for empty in this in the hall. And if you pay young can this or minimum, so minimum young power and your action. So minimum be found with the end of my to catch it, so minimum be young, but now one normal. I feel one the group of persons, I want to make a show no. Oh, first no, yeah, Babu, yeah, travel, as for Babu, market. So when one of them give you a music, now to say, and yet you are an overback or 20 more. You can say, Pure and I know and sure we are actually yet to them. So, yeah, there's a self hospital. You are human or the hospital. So, I'm not going to say, I'm not going to take Yashiana. I feel I'm strong. Look outside, room for your farm.
Yo, Yati. Yes, Eda Sepa. Why? Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Honorable Afelewa.
Right, I was okay.
Medem, Yami, and Shrao, when Honorable Mama Gan and me for Sena, and the more you do good in Yami, and also a bomb man now on Shramina. I was so careful now, so 8 more, Mochiamo, Nima, and Pedu is you, Bramauko, the award organizer, Yami, and coming now. None of pay dear, Manyawa Punya idea, Mamintia, Honorable Joshua, Amido Akamba, Namasra and Penny for sale on Monkaino, now Monfe baby as a factor, now Monfamano. That's when I original chairman, Honorable Ashimo, Michiano, so and none of American, they all baby Odia, and Honorable Alaji, Yakondoa of the two castle. Yenim, Yaba Power, Ejumadia, NDC, a walk ground in a branch executive, and a yes, Ejumadiano, and a by 1 year. 6 months, Mune away. The gas, Yanyashi, and so you penny for air force to say you do 4 years. Chinchina just say you do 4 years.
2 years or 2 years and now 4 years.
How much 4 years? Now, when you are unqualified, the statement are to two platforms to edit this are to say, why won't you have 4 years? Me, no. Unqualified, Ube executive.
And I was saying,
Busumi be 24 cities.
That Busumi 2 cities.
And Busumi 2 cities, then 1 year, 24 cities. And I see you 4 years. It's almost 96 cities. Branches, no, you go first Kawaii, am I a dues, no. You have power in penny 4, then I'm my branches now. Chinchina, Muslim 4 years dues, and Sanawasa executive member. Into Yasramu, Sad, who take no, and pay the 4, Munshana Munya Bibi, and found my because branches no, and the age you madina, Puflaga, Yena, Yako demonstration, Yako walk, and your branch executive, and the yes, I manina, and so you're back away. A bit page to my munja. You be asked, baby, or Tina. Namudi, Tadu is Shewi, Asaba, a idea,
move branches no move go branches no it's 24 years ramo and now no pay binim say move radio good sai share na move canadian so be a dues 2 years 1 year krana munjin into because your power more be ashi abani airport who modi who share your finance minister who share your honorable Kwame Agoja road minister honorable Sami Jefimu omu boy juma eye juma party no aya kono muma enfa we because grassroots no bre amafo titi se omu ba omu nye juma enye na mudi we ebe so amudie enya de a ebetimi aboa enti munye bibi enfa fa humaye na ejuma excellency John Dramani Mahama and the vice president Sena na Pokwajima omoye se oman Ghana eba be krabehwe no na enkoso a entina be ho enche
right and then they were 1 minute 30 seconds no but me dia chew next time no hello good morning mefa base 2 pe na mawie why
good morning SM
good morning Ima Amamoleni
yes boss
okay sir apomboko
nyina ho ye yemfomu ye dudu SM
ye do bade nas
nice one eyi la line no me remove 2 times emanisi Obimpeh into the match and no eti na mafia man anope mi sekura ni di kan ni ti adjusted ye boa nia oye form nipa SM SM bi odi atu ye nimu ti na ye nyina ye bo na chiro eti afuna professor ni esia ni research ene no
yes oba pampa so kra ntino just as onye obi a oye obi fufuro kra
mo exactly na da no me sha me ka say ya ye dem go say go nipa eti research bi odi atu for mama ye ye hu eti na ma ye bo na baso no
okay
enu ti na ye bo na baso ma se me ko me ni eti edu a mo hwe na mo ye den mo tu abanuma no no beboa grassroots or deputy national organizer SM mimi anu makata eno na misu mi di etire mi pese mi buta wo 2028 ye betu abano eno na ye mpini fo ba hwehwe ye ti kwan ya na masema de bia me kan se wo hwehwe bi mame just engage me e bia hwehwe ya me wo ma wo 1 year later 2 years later and 3 years but no engagement say you million me nyina beka no obi ani yakata obi aka hwehwe ye nim de eko anamo ye ti si obi a ye pe contract ana ye pe mo we nia de omo de na mo de no se fa o na e fam ko no say you ho esi aye hye na ye nam no e kwa na no me ka tire o say obi so pe loan e de atomoto kada obi bina ye di before omo kan ye ho ye bo fa mi win 2024 still now that loan you mo KSM my research me hu be bi e wo 24-hour economy market yes we have price e benya electrical contract ibi me mi gusu here me hu be bi office no eye dey na form lipa we onu gusa me a mismet me be bia ka kire no engagement na me kan mo my information mo something kire e form for no gusa ya ye bende ni etimia ka bibia to e fi sa da na branch no me doji me sa me hu so timoto su ba na ma fa ba bi fufu honestly speaking I don't know 24 mo ye ta engage us we who should say am wo maye mo sia ye kan so kire ye ana he me dey tell them tamako dey yi so unim edidi tamako your own learned colleague ekotena TV station dia o type of Saturday make a won and all review bibi ama me say anaye ye tie ye ni nyina say setting am $6 million me kwa de nam ka say sika ono agye egu no botum timi ka say me expect no kwa ye fa no kotum se wo akodi o man sika dia e ba edidi ma ye hu say omo MPP for ba o say wa inflate cost no be a inflate cost can you for that ma ye kan ya yen jai kan se can you for that mo ma we mu a no kwanya me ni e be big blue ama ye mu bi no wo can you for that wo ba ya wo see ni pana inflate cost nti ka say wo suspend payment no wo ba be tua atna oka oye so mo nto no wo can you for that wo be tua na dia ye inflate cost no e dey na wo sa be tua nti na say MPP for no SM. It's more information. Yeah, information.
Ima, yes, that's a power. Why? Because I be a crack. Why? Patro of Refu Chatoni, but you didn't send off free FIFA. Oh, that I George Navia Boko de. As a metonka, you can cry.
No. As a man said, maybe time. My moment is in the ship Jaja. No one about them, Master Cataka, why I became Nima. What I know for, then I go to him. That one I was no plan, I was to eat. I shall want them, would do me among come to the Monsor. Someone said, I got an Lord Kwana on a dangerous to my too much. That's the main comic crew and Gaza. Said Yamek at about 50,000. It should be the good back in your road, you know. Anytime there is a problem in main road, one
I was so bow when a major pint because one a boha. It is a open for best good minister, Mr. Degree. Soon as I would again, I should usually a book with a dear again, a young Memo road wages in some a costum, Mr. You see, I do a dear banner say, the road wages one day crowd, quite a penny 800. I don't know if you know, I can't want to share with you and Agatha. I'm saying, I didn't mean natural Catarian Supra. Yes, I'm a for Catapapa. The same thing MPP did one by last week. Who could renew Road Radio? We last week and for 6 years, 1,500. What better than 100 Ghana years? No one must have for Mamma Pocasasa, and the marketing and never Brabant. Ni Metro, Campus and Gabe Franca, the kitchen Crofoca Cranan Crofu, he said, no question. Say, who would not say a day. Upon one may get out of copper which you are panic here. And the next buy one could be any better of Bukaway before Sahat Day with us. But we will be until you be other station also a couple ready road radio. Or near Tadnabon. On back on to use a side to be down on one time. The rest of the packet was office come on. Abani get a zone, but 50 council about the Brabana. No, Channel, do not go for Katakata. Dava for Gross or Ghana, and yet Dava for Bakupen or the road radio. The whole is be a commercial, ne private to be a chia. And it is a way and a ticket, Kawun is the bill, but when you have about. And the messenger, it's really degree. Now, road where the Tikakwa, what the chat was in the Bakune, Dirty San, Munchian, on farm and for a walk, a while, Munchian, woman shed Munchian, woman farm, will be about no attack, who would ready with Kekeli. No one will come in the Bakun, okay. How I get how I get the messenger. Okay. Give you a little message. How can I do? Okay, Minia, you better ask a near the Munina Swasi. Mamunya Quenya Frey, Canoe segment. Your genius and some of the other 2 getting in and penny for Muntina Superm. Would you do my bed bore my Ghana? I'm on my Ghana to me to Pong. Of course, why a penny and Sabit Makabi. Yangupon and my Horde. Now, we are Canadian compare in Japan say next year, by June, July 2027 year. Go for my honey, betting some power room. And Ziana Masipa, as a canoe segment, Munina, Mudim Huji Mubi. I will Unya Quenya Frey. Also, I'll bob him one, and so I didn't me amfa. Better Munina, so once I would see another pay. But if for Muntina Muntina, so from Senator can't want someone. Timing in our ha. Timmy Waha. So got couple Larry King, Sena Nombo around. Vaco Parim for a boy room at Geneipa, for a boy room or ha. Avertime last killer, nurse a year Lavonso around. Urag by so around and Chairman Dibako. Kulunga Limited and Mr. Q Dunaba. Never be our emerald pum. Compare Mr. Q doing them wow. It's no good to be when they boom. We don't say Kawa. What is I see a jabum? 0244 139 176 0244 139 176 and I say 0274 139 176 0274 139 176. Don't forget say YouTube and a ho any dia grow and ye nam hosa Radio Go 905 FM Facebook and yenya challenges kakra nti monfa nche monko YouTube na fe moni engro mamaga oh sorry gina na me hwane bese me hwe efiri soro ne ba fom ni unyina o unyina
we Amelewosi
Amelewosi won fom ne esoro na say ebom okay Mr. Agba beji wa konya no why me mfa me enye na Mr. Agba meji na konya no na
can you
wasem
why
yanko manunko
Clotty. They have municipal assembly, right? Or they are under Yemi. I don't know what it is. I don't know the arrangement. Okay. Whether they have a municipal assembly or whatever. They have an assembly or they are under Yemi. I don't know. But I think that they must up their game. Traffic lights near what we call the entire area are not working.
Constituency one Nana.
Shouldn't be the Department of Urban Roads.
Okay, so whoever it is. So when you are moving from, I don't even know the areas too well, but the one that connects you to the NDC head office, there's a traffic light that when you cross, you just move Adabraka Avenue. You just move straight. Yeah. It takes you right in front of the NDC headquarters. It is not working. And you know, there are cars coming from Circle to Accra. Then there are people who are connecting from Adabraka to that's the Kojo Thompson Road. And so that place is like a highway sort of, and you see a lot of cars moving. And so if the traffic light is not working, it becomes an issue. You move from there, the next one after the NDC head office, that one is also not working. And it joins a major road as well. Do you get?
There's greater encouragement, Mr. Diokofa by one momubia na such chair.
So I don't know what is happening. At least fix those things. I mean, traffic lights and street lights. It's nothing that we should come and sit on radio and talk about. It's not like you are not in the constituency or the area. You live there, and so you know what is happening there. It shouldn't take us to come and sit here and say that fix this traffic light or fix this street light or that one. What is it? Are you not using that stretch? And it's so uncomfortable that you would have to wait and ensure that cars before you could move. And also, that is right in front of the NDC head office. Party in Power, the one that connects people straight to your office, the one ahead of you. Is that Champion Restaurant or something? That's traffic light in front of Champion Restaurant. That's what I'm talking about. And then the one that you move from and get to your right in front of the NDC headquarters, they are all not working. Are they?
But even the traffic light at your own junction here at Radio Go is not working.
This one, this one,
it worked for 1 month.
They have decided that it will not work, and so they have taken everything. So when you get there, if you are not aware, if you are not somebody who has stayed in this constituency for long and know that used to be a traffic light location, you wouldn't have an idea that there used to be a traffic light there because they have taken the poles, they've taken everything away. But the ones I'm talking about, everything is there. That shows that is an intersection that should have a what do we call it? A traffic light. And nothing is showing. And it's so bad.
Okay.
You want an accident to happen, something should happen before you act.
But you know that in our country, we always wait for disaster to strike before we start taking actions. And so,
like our place, for instance, you can manage. But that place is so busy, it's so dangerous.
Okay, okay. Hold your horses. Let's simmer.
I think that traffic leads from Circle to the Central Business District.
Yes.
And then also when you're moving through the stretch that goes from, is it Graphic Road? that connects also. Yes. So it's a major traffic. They need to do something about it. Even the one that's leaving the central business district goes in front of Champion. That traffic light too doesn't work. So they are like sister traffic lights. The two of them, both of them are not working. It's dangerous, very, very dangerous. It's only a matter of time before a serious accident occurs. And that's right in front. The one even, the one you go through before you get to that one too, is not working. You know, there's a traffic light just behind the NDC.
Yeah.
Just behind the NDC. Also doesn't work. Okay, and that's the governing party's enclave. Even within, if people should solve
but you people, why wait there? You have to wait for us to start.
No, it is Kanewu. So this is my Kanewu.
You're firing on us.
No, we are not firing.
You've come with your AK-47 this early morning. It
is Kanewu.
Really,
so,
like really.
And you see, the point is that our callers have diverted or changed the entire Kanewu. NDC. They come. Kanewu is supposed to solve problems in your area.
Problem 1 billion.
Roads, water,
1 billion is supposed to orient them.
Whatever is happening in your area. That is what we are talking about. Kanewu ni ba ye. Some of you have been calling this station before me. I came to Radio Gold. And you know what Kanewu is supposed to do.
You don't
but
know.
From Monday to Thursday, you be a phone line saying Abeka politics. Yes, mamu Friday, Kanewu, insio, ACC, Mpotemu krano. Then you can still come and do a communication so and NDCO and police station no and and that is not why we created the Kanewu segment. And I know that is not why the segment was created. But Mama Bibia, I mean, it will come to a point that will stop it. Because Yehu said we are not able to achieve the essence of the segment until we'll take it out.
Hey, shots fired.
Okay. We'll take it out because we can't continue this way.
Okay, can we do some breathing exercises? Mama, breathe in. Okay, so we'll be back. So you see the woman who just spoke, yeah? She's resplendently dressed this morning. And I hear the brand is called Amelewosi. I say, the way you heat up, I just had to calm things down.
I don't sure that heat like that too.
You say?
I don't sure that heat like
you heat. I beg. The way it's colors chop straight bullets and stuff. Anyway, we've just been joined by the rest of the squad. Can you please introduce yourselves, lady and gentlemen, to our listeners so that we can set the tone properly for this morning's discussion? I'm starting with the gentleman on my right in the white shirt. Please kindly introduce yourself.
My name is Sena.
Sharp.
Yes.
Oh no, mention your full name, man. Your designation, your claim to fame.
My name is Sena Nombo. And I went to Sugaka. I attended Sugaka
So you're one of the LA people, the local authority.
Were you born out of wedlock?
No. He did general arts.
No, actually, I did science.
You read science?
Yeah, I read science.
Oh, okay. Unka general arts, when the general arts, anyhow. Yes, lady.
Yes, sir.
And who are you, please? For purposes of, today's Indaba.
My name is Nancy Amelewosi Kekeli Apena Obimpeh.
Chai. And your claim to fame is yeah, the Beyonce of Vakbo. Okay, gentlemen, what's your name and why are you here?
Wilson Lavo.
Which school did you? Are you also a general art student?
Yes.
Which school did you attend?
Which of the schools? Lower, middle, or
anyone? Just we want to know your credentials before we proceed.
Secondary school, Jibmas.
What?
Jibmas. Jim Button Memorial Agricultural Secondary School.
Where?
Logba.
Okay. You qualify.
No. It's not.
You qualify. So how is everybody? I hope everybody is well today.
Yes, we are doing well, Lou.
All right. First of all, we need to make some money. That's the first item on the agenda. And so the lady should do us the honor and set the ball rolling. So we'll proceed to other things.
So are you an importer and an exporter? Are you looking to improve your global trade experience? We know trade financing comes with its complexities. But at CBG, we believe that doing business should always be hassle-free. With CBG's trade solutions, your trade financing challenges will be an issue of the past. Take advantage of our trade solutions and expand your international trade transactions whilst building a good credit history. For further inquiries, you call 0302 216000, 0302 216000, or email talktous@cbg.com.gh. talktous@cbg.com.gh, or visit any of their social media handles, Facebook, Instagram, X, for more information. But remember, terms and conditions apply. CBG, we stand with you.
And also, Ghana, the World Cup spirit is here from Hacho to Kumasi. The rhythm of the game is calling, and High Sense is bringing the stadium heat right to your doorstep. As we root for our very own Black Stars. So I think we may be out of time on this one. I think we just go to any High Sense shop and look for an electronic, because it looks like we're out of time on this one. This was supposed to end yesterday. Yes, it was supposed to end yesterday. But don't forget that if you need electronic appliances, the place to go to is High Sense. And the number to call is 0302 550000. Visit the website highsense.com.gh. Highsense has everyday prices for you, the everyday person.
We should search out the producer for bringing it wrong up here.
That is not the producers. Yeah, search judging the wrong person.
So are you looking for quality fuel that gives your engine smooth performance? Don't look any further. Go Super XP is a premium quality and gives you the correct choice when buying regular fuel. Go Super XP is fortified with a special additive that gives longevity to your engine, makes your engine perform to the max, using minimal fuel that takes you further. Just go fuel up your vehicle and enjoy the smooth ride with all the benefits. As you journey the road, look out for Goil stations and fuel up your vehicle with quality you can trust. Go Super XP. Will be feely. Goil. Good energy. All right. And so we'll be going for a commercial break. Come back straight into discussions arising out of the oral case involving Bernardine Chubesiak, also known as Shaman Wontumi. And my able panel is primed and ready to go. We'll be back. It's Gold 90.5 FM. It's a Gold Morning Conversation with your irregular host, Enrico Joagbai, and the rest of the crew. Stay tuned.
Ghana for Madam High Sense in you. Yeka High Sense, Mwamunim say a home appliances F a papa entry power ne buona so dafo. High sense ubeto abrochim. Sa quality na ubeto ne Ghana. And nunti na yenya hoto so ya mau 5 years manufacture defect warranty. Air condition, television, say refrigerator, washing machine, sound system, gas cooker, electric cooker, smartphone, and iron. The one dear, yes, in a power bia. And Tipora High Sense showroom bia. Quite dear. High Sense, everyday prices for everyday people.
Bank that supports you, a bank that cares for you. Hand in hand, we stand with you. So lift your head up, big dreams are waiting. We'll walk with you wherever you go. Where all your dreams come alive, CBG will make you smile. We will rise with you. Your business will flourish, your name will stand out. Consolidated Bank, CBG, we stand with you.
Minya, baby, obeto asasi. Ufie, ubetinem. Anase, adensi uniam. Ena ya udadri ana. Enye, na me kamfo Heart Builders Real Estate. Edi amount. Heart Builders Real Estate. Nyuma pa, wanu mi yini binye. Wanu mutonton insasi adensi uniama. Ena afi, edenya, wanu mesi dada. Afi, se upese, yesi udayin sumawa. Yebesi ni kama, edi amawo. Wanu musansu ye architectural drawing, land survey, biofuel digester. Minya, senisu, ne wunu se, Heart Builders Real Estate. Yensansi ni bi ewo. Shine Hills, Ningo Prampra, Tay Kwame, Anes, Enafi, Dawa, Minia, and Niji Semini say, Seukra 25,000, Equa, Ube to Yenye and Sassini B, Ato, say a year half plot, full plot, Anna, Ekesa, you bet Trebi at the Amawo, Heart Builders Real Estate, Ewo installment plan, Edimu Bibia, one more Busumi Miensa, Educo Pim a Fib Baku, say, Fetria Wakena, Kayona Shanusu say, Yansasano, Langa, the same piano, Minia, if Fiada, any minute the Bia, Yatunsa from say, Bra, the phone Nico Shasas and Bepieta, Afi, Chichia Quine, Ewo Ashaman, any old Mandela Park, no, Anna, Taketo, Divisional Police Headquarters, any dish anymore, Fraying, Ewa Humaiso, 0241 66 5200, Anna 0540 22 6276, and Afi 0256 06 4491.
Radio Gold, I bet you're wondering what's going to happen next. Radio Gold. Just stay tuned. 90.5.
Station you can call your own.
I love Radio Gold 90.5.
And this was music before computers took over. Computers came with a lot of noise. This was when it took about a month or more to make one song. Every instrument was live. Every track was laid. Then it was mixed and mastered. And then you got perfection and niceness. This is Mimbibium from the late Alfred Benjamin Krentel. All right, it's Gold Morning Conversation on Gold 90.5 FM. And we're about to get into our discussion on the first issue for today. And information coming out of our courts indicates that a new lawyer for Bernardine Chubesiako, aka Chairman Wuntumi, on the back of the withdrawal by the other lawyer, Andy, waiting names FDB, is applying for transcripts of the case to study before proceeding to other things. And I'm not too sure. Anyway, gentlemen, are you there?
Yes.
All right, so we'll start off with the voice.
I've taken over the criminal case that lawyer Kekeli was handling. That's what I've done. But the rest of the cases are not with me. I will plead with the court for that. Because if you want to have fair trial, if you want our input as part of the thinking of the judge, I believe you should enlarge time so that we're able to do what's necessary. I've taken over the criminal case that lawyer Kekeli was handling. That's what I've done. But the rest of the cases are not with me. I will plead with the court for that. Because if you want to have fair trial, if you want our input as part of the thinking of the judge, I believe you should enlarge time so that we're able to do what's necessary.
All right, so you just heard the voice of the new lawyer who was just taking over from the Piakuvia. That is lawyer Atachia. And you heard what he has to say. Sena, your initial reaction to this development?
Oh, it was expected. No surprises.
Based on what?
Well, that was is the only, what do they call it, logical explanation for that move. The move was to delay what people saw as the inevitable.
You sound very authoritative on this.
No, like it was expected. No, okay. So I have sat and done interviews on this. And most of the lawyers you speak to will tell you that this can be the only logical explanation for the move, the decision of Andy Apiakobi to withdraw from only this case. So it's not like as if he's no longer the lawyer for Wuntumi. He remains the main lawyer for Wuntumi, representing him
almost all his cases.
So why withdraw from this one?
This particular one.
Yes. So that was, I think that was so everybody wondered why. Why would he do that? It looks like, and even when he was announcing that, I'm withdrawing from the case, Wuntumi was standing by him, which is unusual. In most cases, this is what happens. So when you go to court and a lawyer has withdrawn from a case, most of the times you don't even see the lawyer in court again.
So he sends a written submission to the court.
So the court will just have been notified and the lawyer will not even turn up for the next case. It means that there are disagreements between him and the client. The court usually is not the forum for debating whether or not you should continue to provide services to your client or not. That's not the forum.
Mm.
It's between you and your client. At any point in time, you can notify the court that this guy is no longer my lawyer.
No longer representing.
I've recruited Lavon now to be my lawyer.
Mm.
All the court does is to see how they can create room for you under the circumstances to continue to enjoy the constitutional demand of fair trial. So that's what the court can do for you. But the court cannot be the platform for you to say, I know, no, the court doesn't entertain. And I think that was the main reason and the Apia Kubi's motion was thrown out. Because the court has never been the forum for that.
Mm.
If you want to leave your client, move on. Then the two of you will notify the court. The court will take notice and the court will make some decision based on that. So if you go to the court and start all these arguments, everybody says, oh, he's trying to delay. Because you've moved from, this is a criminal trial.
Okay.
A criminal trial. A criminal trial takes time. You have to call witnesses who will come, give their evidence. When they are done, they have to be cross-examined. Some cross-examinations can take 2 months to complete. There are some cross-examinations that are interminable. They never end. To the point that some judges sometimes have to come here and say, it is enough. You're asking the same questions over and over again. Move on. Okay, so there are various ways through which you try to delay a criminal trial. So everybody looked at the thing and watched the body language of the two of them and everything and said, no, there's no disagreement between these two. So these two people are certainly in cahoots on something. So the conclusion was, this is only to delay. Because
to buy time.
Yeah, because at this point, you are done with the trial itself. The court has given you time to submit to file your written submissions. And then the court has also given you an indication of when it is delivering judgment. How can the lawyer
at that point purport
who saw through the trial, the arguments that were made, because criminal trials are based on facts. So throughout the trial, you would have given the court an indication of what your views are based on your cross-examination and the things you file from the beginning, the witnesses you put up. So all the court wants you to do is conclusion or summary?
Consolidate and
a summary of what your stance is on this particular issue. So it is not like as if you're going to do something new all over again, or your legal stance for opposing what the Attorney General has brought against you. It's a simple, straightforward matter. That's the submissions you have to file. You see through the whole trial, and then you get to the point of submissions, and then you are saying that I am no longer his lawyer, and he is there standing and saying, yes, he's no longer my lawyer. Doesn't make sense. So I think that's the challenge, the conundrum the court had. And I think Justice Ramsay did a fantastic job of drawing the court's attention to that. And the court said, I agree with you completely. This thing does not make sense. The two of you should go and settle your matter. But I guess that day, I'm trying to find the day, was it 24th or 21st? The court gave a deadline within which they should file written submissions, not minding these changes. The court still insists that change your lawyer very fast, find a new lawyer, and be able to file written submissions by this time. I'm still giving judgment on July 3. So I think when the attached here will be minded, will know, will be informed that this is the current situation. The court says you should still be able to file written submissions by this time.
Can they not at a later date indicate that there's some element of unfairness in the time frame within which that judgment was going to come, looking at the fact that there's been a change of the guard as far as lawyers are concerned?
No, I think that's the indication he has given. So like I'm saying, the anticipation is that he was going to come in, go before the courts,
and say, I've just taken
make
over.
an application for, give me more time to study everything and then file submissions. Because he cannot depart from the trial itself. So I now have to understand what has been argued in court, and then based on that, I'll file written submissions. That's what he said, which everybody knew he was going to do.
Anyway.
Attention, you see, maybe I've seen him in a couple of cases. He is very dramatic.
Aren't most lawyers?
No,
I mean, that's a
Atachan's
fact.
drama is different. Atachan was the only lawyer who went before a court to make an argument that someone who was not involved in the original case is filing an appeal or a review of the decision.
Wow.
Yeah. He actually went before a court to argue that Lavo is not involved in the matter, but allow him to file an appeal on that because it's a constitutional matter. And that day, that was when the first time I heard the most, like he said, like 1,000 milords. Because the questions that were coming. So Atacha is quite a dramatic person. So when they said Andy Apiakubi was withdrawing, I was wondering which lawyer
replacement
will agree to this kind of arrangement. Then they said Atacha. I said, no, it makes sense. So he is, I don't know, he's tuned to this kind of drama. So we should expect him to go to court and make arguments that everybody will be like, what is he talking about? He will do it.
I see.
Because most lawyers will avoid this completely.
Interesting. Amelewosi, any thoughts on the matter?
First of all, Andy Apiakubi, he's becoming a man not of his words.
That's a very serious indictment.
But
the legal counsel.
It doesn't matter. We are looking at your actions, your doings, and then we'll describe you as such. It is taking a position, and then when we are almost there, the man will say, "Wow, I will not do it again." We've seen him in many of those. Okay, and this very one, I don't understand the whole thing.
Strategy, legal strategy.
Unless that is the case. It is just the fact that it is a strategy to delay the case further. Because you cannot be with the case from day one till when everything is done, a date for judgment has been given, then you now come and tell us that me and you.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
You cannot sound this authoritative without providing any evidence to back what you're saying.
But that was what happened.
That was what he said.
You have been with the case from day one. You argued your case out and everything. A day for judgment has been given. Then you come and tell us that, oh, I don't want to be his lawyer again.
Because in this kind of situations, even if you have disagreements with your client, because you are at the end of the case, what most lawyers will do is to finish it. And then it means our business is done.
Leave it for the
court. Because you have already done majority of it. So they will usually go and complete the matter.
Okay, so that is why, you would easily agree with the narrative that they just want to buy time. Which I don't know what they want to buy the time for. Because I don't know if there are if there is any new evidence they want to bring. Any new witness they want to call or whatever it is, I do not get.
At this point, they will be out of time, isn't it? Because the judge has signaled that he's ready to.
Because the understanding I'm getting is that because Atachia has not been part of the case, he would need time to look at it and then file whatever he would address and everything and do that because it is new to the case. So we would have to go through it. So it is just reasonable for him to be given time. And you see, one to me, you can't take it away from him. A big political figure.
Very colorful one at that.
Do you get? So what I am sensing from where I'm sitting is that they are pushing this to get to the point where they would have gone for their National Executive Conference. And all indications are that he would emerge the national chairman of the MPP. So they are buying time to push it there. Become national chairman of the MPP. Then the court will decide that this is the ruling. If it goes against him, then they will start. And an MPP national chairman. And an MPP national chairman. So you see, they are trying, and that is why he would go for attaching him. because he will play it nicely. He loves to play this kind of games. Here, yes. And that is justice for me. That is where they want to get to. And then bring in the political angle of it and see that they are being witch hunted.
Well, since you
you
have displayed what appears to be your gravitas on the matter.
Stand the ground, his ground, his or her ground. I'm not
and
sure.
say that
no
judgment date has been given in
3rd July.
Yeah.
3rd July.
I will be happy if that is done.
At this point, let me bring in the only member of the panel who attended the school I cannot really identify.
It was the name of the school.
Yeah, you can start by introducing the name of the school again, and then
Jib Mas. That's my secondary school.
Jib Mas.
Jib Mas.
Jib Mas.
Yes.
The full name is what?
Jim Button.
Jim Button.
Yes. Jim.
That
so
sounds like a rich school.
So I think.
Sir, you go ahead
I
and
should have mentioned
regale us,
UCG.
regale us with your thoughts on the matter.
So, like Sena and Nancy said, it's a trick to delay judgment.
A trick?
It's a trick.
Oh, that's a pretty strong
expression. It's a trick. I've read something published by a lawyer which states that should the judge proceed to give judgment, it would trigger a number of things. It could trigger appeals, petitions to the Chief Justice, or recusal applications for the judge who sit on the matter to be replaced.
Based on what?
Go through that again.
So, first of all, let me go a step back.
Can you share the name of the person who authored the
Samson Ladi.
Fair enough.
Good.
Okay.
There is a rule that governs withdrawal from a client. And based on my reading, the Legal Profession Act 1960, Act 32, and the Legal Profession Rules 2020, into bracket LI 2423, it says a lawyer can only withdraw only for a good cause and with notice to the client. Sena said when Apia Kubi was announcing to the public that he will be withdrawing, the client was there with him.
Right beside him.
Showing that everything is okay. If you are withdrawing your services from a client in such a case,
your client should not be happy.
He will not be happy with you, to stand with you, to grant interview.
And be smiling.
You guys are psychologically profiling the mood or the posture of somebody whose lawyer is about to desert him. I don't know. I don't understand.
The law says if you want to withdraw, there must either be a breakdown of confidence or payment of fees. These two grounds are given. Breakdown of confidence or non-payment of fees. It doesn't look in that video that there is any misunderstanding arising from breakdown of confidence or non-payment of fees. And there could also be mandatory withdrawal, which is ethical or legal conflict, incapacity, or client dismissing the lawyer. And if you want to pursue any of this, you must do this by notifying the court. The court must be aware. When Apia Kubi announced the fact that he would no longer provide service for Wuntumi, the court was not aware. He didn't notify the court. That's why the court did not allow it to go on.
Interesting.
Now, like the two, Sena and Nancy said.
As for the matter of notice, you said I think his move was not to notify the court. Okay. So this is, I am no longer going to represent you in this matter.
Okay.
So you are the person who has been charged. You are the person who is facing trial, not me. I am only a lawyer representing you. So I'm no longer going to represent you. So it is for you to now notify the court that my lawyer has left me. In this case,
the lawyer is not required to notify the court.
Mostly no.
That
it is a client.
They are no longer representing the client.
If you are the one who will turn up with your lawyer and say, "This is my lawyer," say, "Where is the old lawyer?" Then you have to say, "This is now the new lawyer in the case, representing me. The old one is no longer representing me. Andy Appiah could be smooth. It's new.
Okay.
To go to the court and say, I want to leave him. You see, that was where
So
the
now
court
that's not
was.
how you said it.
No, but he said, I want you know not what he said. He said, I want to leave him. You see, and that was where the problem was. So if you look at the reasons given by Samson, then you get more confused by what was happening. Because under what circumstance does the court get involved in any of these issues?
Okay.
You see, so that's the interesting one. So about the notification, it's supposed to come from the man who is facing trial. It is he who decides who's his lawyer should be.
Okay, but somehow the court has the power to prevent the lawyer from withdrawing.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, and that has happened. Has it not?
In what?
AG has applied to prevent Andy from withdrawing. Is that?
No.
Is that accurate?
The AG's no, what the AG has said is that this is not a matter between the court, you and your client and us.
Okay.
It's between you and your client.
Okay.
Okay. So between you and your client, go and deal with your issue. Like most lawyers will say that it is courts have no right usually to say you cannot leave him.
Okay.
A court, I think in some cases, courts can assign a case to Nancy, but usually because the person involved it is more like what do they call it? The underprivileged who can't pay.
Yes.
We've decided that the person cannot pay for it, but
So
you
legal
can
aid in a
offer
certain
that
sense.
sort of yes. Okay. So a court can do that, but in this case, most lawyers will tell you, and maybe we will need some education, that typically a court cannot prevent a man who wants to get rid of his lawyer from doing so.
But
It
there's
is
no
his lawyer.
indication from this particular instance that
The
it is the
client.
client who
the
said
lawyer wants to leave
he
the
no
client.
longer wants the lawyer to represent him. I think that should be quite clear.
Yeah, it's clear.
Because in this case, the lawyer who said, I am no longer representing the client.
And the
You
judge
see.
and the judge is saying this. Not
You
my
can't
problem.
do that.
No, it is not my
It's
problem.
not your problem.
But according to Rule 87.4, a lawyer shall continue to represent a client if ordered by a court. So what it means is that Andy's application to withdraw can be rejected
by the court.
And once the court rejects it, then Wuntumi can then fire Andy, which would then lead to what the plan originally was, to bring in a new lawyer who would then require time to study everything. Mind you, we know that legal vacation is approaching.
The speed of light.
Exactly. So this whole thing is intended to delay the process. And like Nancy said, internal election is coming for the MPP. And once he gets elected as chairman, then the whole matter becomes a serious political game. And when political temperature is off the roof in a legal matter of this nature, it can lead to anything. The court will be minded in how they approach the case so that it does not trigger anything untoward. So ultimately, their plan is, they knew from the very beginning that Wuntumi doesn't have a good case and it will go this way. And this is their plan B. Let the lawyer resign at the tail end of everything so that when a new lawyer is appointed, the whole process will have to begin again. If the court proceeds to rule, they all know what will be happening based on how the matter has traveled.
Okay, Lavo, hold your horses. We've been joined on the line by a legal practitioner who is no stranger to this show and who, of course, is a seasoned lawyer, and so he'll provide some clarity on the matter in question. Alaji Inusa Fuseni, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you as well?
Well, you can't complain. We're fine.
I hear you. I hear you've been. I'm sure you've been following the discussion from the perspective of us laymen in the studio.
Well, I just heard the last bit of what the previous speaker was saying.
Fair enough. So we're trying to decipher, if you like, or unravel what could possibly be the motivation behind the strategy, if you like, of Apia Kubi returning from the want to meet case at what appears to be a latter stage of the case. And so, in your experience as a lawyer, what would be determining this kind of thing typically?
Well, so yesterday, 2 days ago, I granted an interview to your colleague, Sena, and I said that there were two reasons from where I sit. One, to delay the case strategically to try to see whether they can arrest the judgment of the court. And the second reason is to throw in politics. I mean, to introduce partisan political considerations in the whole matter, even at this stage.
Fair enough, but I'm wondering, should the position a person holds in a political party be some kind of a bar to they being responsible legally for some challenge or some crime that they are alleged to have committed?
The principle of equality before the law, which is enshrined in the Constitution, is sacrosanct. No person is above the law. That was amply demonstrated in the case of Donald Trump, then a candidate of the Republican Party and former president, when he was hauled before the American courts. The same principle that informs our Constitution and equality before the law is the same principle that animates the American Constitution. And we drew from the American Constitution. And so a person's position, religious persuasion, color, creed, or whatever, should not be a bar or should not be a protective cover if that person is wanted for accountability, purposes of accountability.
That's okay. So, if you were in a position to advise the Attorney General on this matter, what would you ask him to do, as a SOP or as a strategy to counter this strategy which is looming at the moment?
Well, this is an invitation that will lead me.
I'm sorry, sir, we lost you for a bit.
This is an invitation that will lead me into trouble.
No, it won't. It's a hypothetical situation. So.
Because the Attorney General is the leader of the bar.
Mm.
So, and you introduce me as a lawyer.
Mm.
And the Attorney General is my leader.
Mm.
The decisions he takes.
Elijah, I see that you're trying to look for a nice way to dodge the question, but just for purposes of hypothesis, if your leader came to you to say, Alaji, I'm faced with this conundrum, how do I handle it? What would you tell him? Just for purposes of hypothesis, yeah.
I've also been following the Attorney General through his Deputy Tramsai's position on this matter. And I wholly agree with him that it's too late in the day for Andy Apia Kubi to withdraw. And so I read somewhere that he was objecting to the withdrawal of Apia Kubi, and I think he was right. Now, that is for the court to determine. If the court admits that or agrees to the request of Apia Kubi to withdraw from the case, well, that would be the court. But I totally agree with Semsai when he said that it was too late in the day for Apia Kubi to withdraw. Because, you see, cases have a life of their own. So you start a case, a criminal matter. There's the pleading. That begins the trial process. There is the process case. It closes by the cross-examining of the prosecution's last witness and the prosecution announcing that they have closed their case. Then the defense counsel and the defendant have an opportunity to file a submission of no case or to submit that there is no case for them to answer. The criminal cases are somehow straightforward. They are coded It's a crime. It's a code. Okay. Or different by code.
Aji, it looks like you'd have to position yourself well because we keep losing you.
So I'm not surprised that you keep losing me because it's far away from town.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so a crime is defined by a code in no case, and that code is for ingredients of the offense. And so, the close of the prosecution's case, the defense counsel have the reason to believe that a case has not been made out against his client, that is the defendant or accused person. The defense counsel will submit that there's no case to answer, and the judge will rule on it. And if the judge rules there's no case to answer, that ends the matter there. But if the judge says that enough prima facie case has been made against the accused person, and so he's called upon to open his defense, he also then opens his defense, calls his witnesses, and closes the case. When he closes the case, the judge asks for submissions to be made on what has happened in court. So just as a guide, the judge is not bound by the submissions made by counsel in the matter. Now, I understand that the prosecution has made their submissions, and at the point of Andy Apiakubi making his submissions, he decided to withdraw from the case. Is it that he could not make his submissions, or was it a delay tactic intended to mar the smooth progress of the case? In any case, that submission by rules of court and by decisions of court the judge has indicated that he will give his judgment on the 3rd of July or thereabouts. Means that nothing can hold the judge unless the judge on the 3rd of July is unable to complete writing his judgment. And then you can come and explain that, well, because of one or two reasons, he has not been able to complete the judgment. So we'll give another date for the judgment. And nothing now can arrest the judgment. Nothing. Safe out of court. Nothing can arrest the judgment.
Fair enough. Alaji, I'm the irregular host for this show, and so the regular host is sitting across from me, and he has a couple of questions to ask you. So if you could indulge him.
Okay.
Okay, Alaji, this is Sena.
So you see, I know. When I heard that one again, I knew that he was not Sena. I mean, so you don't need to introduce yourself.
Well, there are a few things that come up just for the benefit of education.
Yes.
One of my colleagues is sharing with me Rule 85 of the Legal Profession Rules 2020, which says withdraw only for good cause and with notice to the client. There's the suggestion that, like you said, the judge could have rejected the move of Andy Apiakubi. But in this case, the judge did not. What the judge did was to basically say, I will still give my judgment on July 3. You have up to June 24 to file your submissions. But Lawyer Tachia is saying, I will need time because I just took over the case. You said the judgment cannot be arrested, but can it be delayed?
What you need to do? That is only within the bosom of the judge. It is magnanimous enough to delay him. But the case is, you remember I told you 3 days ago, for all intents and purposes, the case is closed. I mean, you see, when you talk about rule of law, the certainty and predictability are cardinal principles of the rule of law. That when a case travels to that level, everybody should be able to predict what the next step will be.
Okay. And
when you introduce things like withdrawing and changing the lawyer and holding, the court to ransom, you introduce uncertainties and you undermine the rule of law, predictability. That's all it is about. So you should not be looking at what's happening in isolation. It affects the fundamental pillar of democracy, rule of law and predictability.
Alaji, there's a suggestion that a refusal, if you like, on the part of the judge to grant the motion to change the guard, so to speak, could trigger a flurry of grounds for appeal. What's your immediate reaction to that suggestion?
Oh, it's a strategy, and they are following, and they are driving us into a strategy. They are making us swallow the red herring. The judge has said, no, I cannot. You cannot change your counsel at this point. You cannot withdraw. That would be cancelled. That would not be the case. It's that is withdrawing from the case. And the court says, no, it's too late in the day. The horses have bolted. And so the stables are now empty. You can't close it. The lawyer thinks that the judge cannot compel him to continue to do the case and appeals. That is a different matter. That's not the case. The case has been done. And nothing will stop the judge from giving his judgment on the test. The judge is ready. In fact, if the judge is indisposed, the Chief Justice can appoint a new judge to come and read the judgment. It's done. But I've said that probably the best action for the counsel for the accused was to apply for the court records and start preparing himself if he thinks that the judgment will go against his client.
All right, Alaji. Thank you for joining us and for bringing your experiences to bear on the discussion. We are grateful. Have a lovely day, sir. I think we've lost him. We've lost Alaji.
But I think his point is that at this point, the matter is that
it's concluded.
Yeah, there's nothing that can be done. He said the court is not bound by your submissions. Over time, when you because you make your case through cross-examination, and you also make your case through the things you filed early, because you have given a court an indication of because you have to plea. Your client has to plea. You have to then establish the legal basis for that plea. Why are you pleading? Why are you saying he's guilty or not guilty? Then you have to file your witnesses, your evidence in support of your case against the case of the Attorney General. And then these witnesses have to give evidence. They have to be cross-examined. So everything you do by this time, the judge has a clear idea what your argument is. What the judge wants is for you to give him a summary of why you think that the other guy's case should not be admitted. So you do an assessment of what they've presented and then make a case as to why your client should be found not guilty. That is basically what you're doing. But the judge already knows what your arguments will be because you've already told him. He's already observed it. He's seen it. He will go back to the proceedings, go back to whatever has happened and know exactly what you argue. You have already argued it. There's nothing new that you can introduce. So that's why he has to go say, he can only go back to the court and say, give me time. I want to study the proceedings. Because he has to argue based on everything that has happened. So that's what he can do. But like I said, that is always up to the judge. The judge can still decide no. No. Or the judge can say you have 5 days. Go and come back.
Alaji made an interesting point about equality before the law, which might end up defeating the argument or the thinking or the strategy that suggests that they're buying time to get the guy to become party chair if he wins, which is slightly an unlikely event, but he could win. And so once that is done, then the strategy or the positioning will be that, okay, the chairperson of the largest opposition party in the country is being persecuted, if you like. But then that would be counterproductive. It won't hold any value from where I sit, because the case started long before the person signaled his intention to become party chair, isn't it?
You have been doing this job for longer than I have.
No.
That's the very
I
suggestion that
disagree.
who to me be the national chairman of the MPP, not say something about the MPP.
It doesn't say anything about the MP. Why? Listen, anytime some of these things come up, right?
Because parties owe us a responsibility. You see, a party is established under the Constitution of Ghana.
They owe us a responsibility to...
A responsibility to treat us like normal human beings. That can think averagely. So when you do some of these things the way you do it, sometimes it's insulting in the first place to do that.
I see.
Secondly, the moves they make in themselves should disqualify them from holding power in 2028. Because for somebody who finds himself in the position he has been in, and the defense he's been putting up, in any ordinary party, he's disqualified from holding the position of national chairman. I'm not saying he's guilty. I'm just saying that every time they make an allegation against you, and you are a politician, most of the times you tell us, or you come to us and give us, we don't even ask them, they come and explain to us. And I've listened to his most recent explanations, including flood that washes away acres of maize.
100,000
They don't say. You see, at some point, I think political parties need to see the citizens, the people they deal with, even your party members, even if they love you to the hilt, don't make their laugh look foolish. You see, don't make them look like look like as if they are making a foolish decision. At some point, we have to come to the conclusion that there are some things that happen within some parties that are insulting to the members of the party in the first place. For you to even be suggesting that there is a man who there is a case against, who wants to push the case to where he will become national chairman so that it will become difficult to give judgment, is the man telling us that he's guilty?
Well,
if he's not guilty, why is he delaying judgment? And if a court finds you guilty and delivers judgment against you, and you are so sure that you are not guilty, your case is strong enough. No cases don't terminate at the High Court. And you will not be the first person who would have been convicted and your judgment overturned. What happened to Chachu Chikata? Is going to me better than Chachu Chikata? So there are things that have happened in this country. Sometimes when we act in the way we act, let us give the citizen, you see,
some modicum of intelligence. Huh?
No. Sometimes it's so insulting that you are saying that you go and parade somebody to be your national chairman so that you can avoid what?
Well, we're just conjecturing.
But sometimes the way in which they move, you can infer. You can even do deductive reasoning. You can go through everything and say that this is what they are trying to do. This is what they are trying to do. For someone like that, whom to me should be in a hurry to say, I want to clear myself before I even get to the election. Because I want to show the people that I am the best person to lead them at this time. Not delay it. To delay it suggests that you fear what will happen. What are the arguments he has made in court in defense of the charges that have been brought against him? Has anybody even asked that, chairman, when my tree is not good, when they took you to court and they said that you did this, what did you say in your defense? What if you go before, you go and sit before party delegates and then they look into your face? Chairman, what case 3? Case is 3. First one is Summer Boy. We are not. You see, and that speaks to sometimes the politics we run. that anybody thinks they can just come up and do anything they like at any time they like because they have some money to throw at because party members are poor. Mom 2,000. No matter who you are standing there. He has questions to answer. Because if I am a delegate of the MPP, there's no way I am voting for him if he's acting like this. Because I would like to see the trajectory of these cases. Who am I voting for? What value does he bring to our party? You must know. He should be in a hurry to clear these cases and say that let's do it fast so that I will show the people that
I'm above board.
the things that they say in that. You see, let me show the people that I have the integrity to lead the party to the next level. Doesn't matter anymore.
I have a counter suggestion to this rather spirited one that you've just put across. It is that Donald J. Trump, who made a second foray into the White House, was buffeted by all kinds of cases after he left office. I mean, there was one legal battle after the other. There was one charge after the other. There was one case after the other. His lawyer confessed to doing all kinds of things, went to jail, and he still managed to come back into power.
And that speaks to a certain thing.
Which is what?
See,
because you see, and the point I'm trying to build is that without being condescending or without meaning to insult, right? There's an Argentine musician. It's called Facundo Cabral. He said, and I quote, "My grandfather was a very brave man, but he was always afraid of idiots. When asked why, he said, being in the majority, they can always form a government."
Being in a majority,
they can always form a government.
No, that's true. No, I don't understand that.
Yes. So the question or the issue you're raising probably ties in with this angle, looking at things from this angle, where people can clearly see that this guy, there's everything wrong with him. There's everything wrong about him. He doesn't give good vibes. He's a disaster waiting to happen. But somehow, they still go ahead and vote.
Yeah.
You know, I sit back and I wonder how some people end up becoming the chairpersons of political parties in certain enclaves when they don't tick any set of boxes. It's something my favorite example is Abronye. How, of all the people, how did the people in that enclave come to say, this is the guy we want to represent us in certain discussions at certain levels? It's very, very confusing.
No.
But anyway.
Ultimately, those decisions will be made. I understand the way our politics works. Not only the US has proven to us that it doesn't matter how long you've been practicing democracy. You can always elect people who will come back and say, was I thinking right when I went to vote? Am I correct to have even voted for this guy?
No, but
it happens.
But there's also a way of compelling people to vote in a certain way.
No. There are many ways. There are many ways. Social media has become a major tool. Even the media itself, those of us who sit on radio stations and everything, sometimes drive an agenda that pushes in somebody who is clearly not qualified to be president to become president. It works. You can do it. It is possible because people listen to you. That's how come when I'm talking about this, I'm not talking from the perspective of enabling one to me. I will not enable him.
Okay.
I'm speaking from the perspective of ensuring that people like him who do not understand the very, what they call it, is it responsibility that leadership places on you, should not have the opportunity to sit there. He doesn't even understand what it means to be regional chairman. To come to talk of being national chairman. But it is not my party. The party people will make their decision. Parties have made decisions that have left me baffled. But Who am I?
You're quoting, you're quoting him in this case when he said,
Who am I? Who am I? Because when I saw him on the ballot, I nearly collapsed. But
whom are you?
Whom am I? Because there's no way it's in my wildest dreams I'll wake up in the morning and say, want to make national chairman of the NPP. Even if I hate the NPP. With all due respect to you, to me, to be very frank, no matter how much I hate the NPP, there's no way I'll wake up in the morning if I'm selecting who should be national chairman. You will not even be considered. Vice chairman Kra won't give to you.
You obviously haven't seen Buga in action, right? Or heard him speak.
He's even a no-go area.
Well, but he became... Anyway...
That's why I'm saying. That's why I usually avoid speaking about our politics mostly. I usually do that. I'm not saying because he cannot speak English. I'm saying when I listen to him as a person, he does not deserve to lead even ships. Talk of goats. No, to be very frank, I've listened to his argument.
That's very. No,
I'm being very frank. I'm being very frank. Have you sat down and listened to this man talk before? The kind of arguments he makes, the kind of things he says. A leader needs to be responsible person. He is not. Let's be frank. He's not responsible.
Okay,
anyway.
let me bring in. Oh, yes, Amelewosi has something to say.
Some of the things he said, you cannot even repeat.
He does galamsey, but what? He said that at a point. He said that some time ago. And I'm like, hey, really? That's the day he was showing the gold bar on TV.
I see.
When I was talking about the traffic lights in Adabaka, this is a message somebody sent. Thank you very much for talking about those traffic lights, Mamaga. I applied that route to school, and I have complained about this so many times. I even remember making a post about it on my Facebook page. Must we always be reactive by solving a problem? Must we sit for a disaster to strike before we take action? It is so frustrating.
Well, someone has also sent a message about a crack on sections of the construction or the interchange in Tema, the Tema end of the motorway, and the crack appears to be widening. We highlighted it, I believe, 2 weeks ago, but the person indicates that it's getting worse, and so I hope that the authorities would move in there and make sure that they find a way of solving that problem. But I need Mr. Lavo to make his final submission on the subject before we make money for the station. So
what I would say is that when Andy announced his decision to withdraw, a number of things were pointed out that would happen. The first one is that when he withdraws, whether the court likes it or not, Muntumi will be appointing a new lawyer. And when that new lawyer is appointed, he will need time to go through the record. Two things are expected to happen based on what was said. The first one is that reviewing the records will take time. That's the one route for the delay. If you deny him that, and the judge proceed to give his judgment, fairness concerns will be raised. What it means is that the new lawyer that the client appointed, he expects to put in a better job than the previous lawyer. So if the judge refuses to give the new lawyer time to study the record and put in a stronger performance, and he delivers his judgment, they will say, no, you didn't do justice to the case. You deny me the principle of fairness in this trial. So either way, whether Atachian is when Atachian request, are you with me?
I'm listening.
When Atachian's request for time to study the record is granted, there will be delays. If the request is rejected and ruling is given, issues of fairness will be raised, which would actually become a bigger issue. Because Untumi says he's not satisfied with Andy Apia Kubi's performance, hence his removal. I'm bringing in a new lawyer who I believe can put in a better defense for my cause. If you don't give him time to do that for me and you deliver your judgment, so this whole thing, like we said from the beginning, is a tactics to delay the entire process And it's a huge paradox that is on our hand. I can tell you that. So whether time is given, there will be delay. Whether time is not given, issues of fairness will be raised. So it's a big strategy that they've been cooking for a very long time.
I think it's not new to a judge.
Yeah.
I'm not sure this judge will have said that this is the first time somebody is trying to delay a matter. Yeah. So, and you know what they can do. For example, I ask for time. You say no. You can even try and file an application before a court of appeal to say review this decision of the judge.
So that will effectively stand down what's happening at the High Court
over the period. It's not really a paradox. The judge has to make a decision. Yeah.
All right, so it's still the Good Morning Conversation, and that's a full complement of heavy voices. Of course, I'm an adjunct. I've just been brought in from the evening side of things, but the regular host is here together with his regular sidekicks. And I'm providing support from behind the console as the irregular host. My name is Mireku, and we've been discussing, among other things, the shenanigans surrounding the oral trial of Chairman Wontumi in relation to the Exim Bank case. And so we'll be making some money, but not before I say a warm good morning to the boss king of Narcotics Control Commission, Brigadier General Mante. Salutations to you, sir. We'll be discussing World Drug Day at some point in the not too distant future. For now, let's make money. The management of the National Lottery Authority would like to caution the public not to indulge fraudsters who send messages on Facebook, WhatsApp, and other social media platforms in the name of NLA or impersonate NLA officials promising leaked winning lotto numbers in exchange for a fee. NLA does not give out leaked winning numbers and does not ask anyone or group of people to register people for a fee in exchange for lotto numbers. Our games are purely games of chance, so just play and win. NLA will not be liable for any losses arising from indulging these fraudsters. Stay alert, don't be scammed, and play responsibly. For further inquiries, contact NLA's customer service helplines on 0266 087 966. That is 0266 087 966 or 0266 087 946. That is 0266 087 946, sorry. NLA development through games.
Sometimes big moments start with small things. A call to a loved one, a Momo transaction that supports family, a bundle to grow your business. But what if they could lead to something bigger than you ever imagined? With the MTN at 30 promo, every call, every text, every browse, every Momo transaction, every connection to home fiber, and every activity on the My MTN app earns you points towards amazing rewards, including 9 brand new Toyota Land Cruiser Prados, over 10 million Ghana cedis in cash prizes, an unforgettable experience just for you, because every move counts. Dial star 530 hash, star 530 hash, or use My MTN app to participate now, and let's stay connected everywhere you go. MTN at 30 promo, make every move count. Remember, terms and conditions apply.
And of course, HIT Foundation, collaboration with Ramsey Regenerate Medical Center, is inviting the general public to a free 3-day cancer screening exercise that started yesterday, 18th of June, and will end on Saturday, 20th June 2026, between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. daily. The screening covers cervical, breast, and prostate cancer and will take place at Ramsey Regenerate Medical Center, Asylum Down, Accra, near the Burkina Faso Embassy. Remember, early detection saves lives. Take advantage of this opportunity and encourage your family and friends to get screened. For further inquiries, call the number 0242 07 2416 or 0501 396908. Alternatively, you can also call 0556 960731.
When factories rise, we protect them. When businesses grow, we guard their future. When families invest in what matters most, we secure their dreams. For over 60 years, SIC Insurance has been Ghana's shield, built on integrity, reliability, and care. From motor to fire, accident to travel, marine, and more, whatever you value, insure it with confidence. Insure it with care. Insure it with SIC Insurance. Because at the heart of every policy is a sacred promise to care, to deliver, to be there when it matters most. Call 0800 100 055 or talk to a broker or licensed agent today. SIC Insurance, our promises are sacred.
Now, are you looking to own a premium home in a prime location in Accra? Then SNIT invites you to explore its luxury apartments and townhouses featuring spacious 2, 3, and 4-bedroom units across selected communities in Accra. Choose from Adinka Heights and Cantonment, Eagles Place, and Royal Tivoli in Sakumono, and the Meridian Gardens in Klagon for your next home. Experience comfort, style, and value backed by trusted institutions. Units are selling now. So call 0244 593 276 0244 593 276 or visit SNIT Sales Office at the 6th floor, Rich Towers, Accra for further enquiries. And remember, it is the 2-bedroom that I want. So
2 bedrooms where?
Oh,
where?
Cantonments.
Any of the locations good for you. You want cantonments?
Yeah. Why?
Yeah.
Charlie.
You too, you be human being.
People get taste. Wow. Water is a very, very serious matter. I'm not forget taste.
You got taste too.
Well, I like the sound of Sakumono. It's by the sea. So the breeze.
Do they have sea defense?
No. The Sakumono sea defense thing is
solid.
Yes.
Okay.
So
because nowadays you have to be careful when you are living by the sea.
But I mean, people have bought Ramsar sites and all that, wetlands and all.
Ramsar is seaside. Ramsar into flood, but the sea will take it away. Do you understand? They are two different things.
So, Lavo, which of them are you interested in? You want? I'm sure you look cantonments. I see cantonments written all over your face.
Yeah.
Which one is?
Cantonment will not be bad at all.
It will be a far cry from Bowie.
I'm telling you.
All right, so a number of people have signaled that they're in tune. Message says, "Good morning, sir. Please, how are you and the family doing? Listening to you, Sena and Nancy live. Mr. Lavo is also here. And good discussion, good show. God bless you all. Won't you say amen?" This is from Prophet George Nyame of Touching the World Ministry.
Prophet.
Prof. We should bring Prof into the discussion. Prof, you stand by. My producers might end up calling you because there's a discussion coming up.
Prophet. It's okay. Continue.
No, Prof, don't. No, Prof is it? You see, there are prophets. There are prophets.
And there are prophets among prophets.
Oh, but make her not do that dedication. Hey, Masa, why? This producer is always bullying. He's been bullying me all morning. We need to make money, yeah. All right, so there's a birthday dedication coming in. It goes to Maxwell Akpabli. Happy birthday.
Today is that guy's birthday.
Oh, why is
Today is the birthday of Jar Guide. Nobody knows. You don't know Jar Guide.
You don't continue the dedication. It's okay. Talk me happy birthday to you.
Well, the message came in from Fred Duho, Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
No.
Oh no, it's also to
another baby.
Masa, why? You are confusing the public. Okay, so Maxwell Akpabli, happy birthday, and then Fred Duho, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, happy birthday to you as well. I understand it's also the birthday of Benita Sena Okitidia, former Miss Ghana and coordinator for Free SHS and former MP as well. Happy birthday.
Let me also say happy birthday to Alfred Kokusapo. Always listening to us from the UK. Today's birthday. Happy birthday.
Who is guiding
Alfred
him?
Yeah.
Who is guiding him?
As in...
somebody was called Jar Guide, so...
Jar Guide.
Jar Guide, be popular person.
Jar Guide.
Even Mahama Noah. Champion one.
It's a serious matter. All right, listeners, we'll be going for a commercial break. We'll come back to discuss some football and matters arising out of the World Cup. Stay with us. It's the Good Morning Conversation with the irregular host Henrico Dragby and the regular host Sena Nombo and the regular crew. We'll be back.
Good energy powers the things that people do to empower themselves. It fuels families, communities, businesses. Good energy fuels nations. It gets things going and keeps them moving. Good energy isn't just what we do, it's who we are. Goyle, good energy.
I've been so cool. Maybe restaurant and 2 a.m. sounds. Now face the Mabel's Park. When Nungwala de Saint or not to Quantum Poniso. Ain't Jumedi beer with your ben here gun and Riane and in Nigeria for any be at his jollof rice, plain rice, bankuni tilapia, mabrami pizza, eba any agushi in Kuobi, okra soup, bitter leaf stew, any afufrobe bray. So we a year oji our dear Wotu Bedin, and now post Woody Jumedi na here in Riane Papano. Pomadina for any Mabel restaurant, any Mabel's Park. Yeah, free delivery. To show much crying our Nungwa C5 Junction and in Nungwa Latter Day Saint. For Omo our 0244 052012 and I say 0270 258028. Mabel's Restaurant and Mabel's Pub in Riani Penina Himfi.
National Petroleum Authority say, Mawa Bambo hu hiya ukane. Ain't no, stay back and stay safe. National Petroleum Authority, ebo bibia kokose, se fuo tank enya akwenhia, na dania, menko ho nkwaye wadwen se, okwosisa petrol anafango no. Ena afenso, menye wadwen se wo ben fuo tank enya akwenhia ne ho, akwa kodwitwa videos, ana pictures. Na petrol anafango wo hwenso, uhua ko wumu a, enye sunsu asobone, ewo apomodensem so. Fango so, eho ahometinti no. Enfom so akitu ebi, ebetumi ameja tom, amana jise wom. Eba ne sa, nipa dodo timi femu hihye, ehwe mo nkwa, emeja pade dodo na nso esei. Eno nti, memfa wo nkwa nto chacha. Enye sa, obenu ho nkwa na nyina. Se wo hu se fuo tanke bi enya akwanhia, na adane amafango no ebugu mpo a. Hwa na wa aman ho da. Stay back and stay safe. Emomo no, aya fredum je jumayefo, ana posifo, no mo mehwe nso ano. Wutumi nso efre National Petroleum Authority. Ewo 0302 550 380. Kaise, wunkwa wo hoi, ehu hia bebre. Esen sa fango no. Kokoboy, National Petroleum Authority. Ene de bro.
Miato mi do to anyanto ya Chicago club ro ye ya dogo amanchinya gbogbo plonyato fito tui manyo apasa manyo apasa do badu ya ta mi do to
Fellow Ghanaians are citizens of Omofia. Radio Gold is back, and so is Kokosa reporting. And so it's on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays at 5:30 p.m. And it is the same objective, no-nonsense commentary on pertinent religious, social, political, economic, sports issues. So be my guest and bring your advertisements too, even if they send the tax report to come and audit you suddenly. Because you get your results. My name is Efo Daoud Bidan Kosivi Kokosa Achka Akofusi, and I invite you to make a date. It's on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays at 5:30 p.m. See you ever.
Radio station you can call your own.
90.5.
So one of the things I do as the irregular host of the show is to confuse the regular host with my choice of music. This one is from Roots and Nombo. It was recorded in the 80s. Alright, so before we went on to the break, we were discussing, or I was threatening, if you like, to bring football into the discussion. And so by way of setting the tone for the discussion, just after the victory of the Black Stars in their last match against Panama, a video started making the rounds. It featured the voice of Prophet Uche, Eric Boahin Uche, who I believe is domiciled in Kumasi. And according to the prophecy, the Black Stars were not going to win a single match unless they contacted him for some spiritual exercises to be carried out to pave the way for them. And subsequent to that, he has released a video defending himself. And so we are seeking to ask, does God really determine victories of football teams? Does he speak to his people to say, in the game of South Africa versus Mexico, me, God, I say you, Nancy, tell the people that South Africa will beat Mexico 5-0. And when they make those proclamations or declarations, and on the field of play, something else happens, what should we, the listeners and the followers and the watchers, think? Is it God who spoke, or they were motivated by something else other than by God? Were they being motivated by their emotions? We're going to have that discussion, but we'll set the throne ruling. We'll set the ball rolling with a voice, the voice that came up after the victory of the Black Stars.
Steve, I didn't mean it. I'm going to a trophy. I'm a prophet, you know. I'm not joking. Son, I'm saying Ghana for Mume. Or move free some media grow. Work up, they may lose all the matches. I'm not joking. With humility. Ampo, Omumrani and Yanyama Momo. So soon, team me a week. Me don't my Ghana. And so soon, you're the bomb. I'm not joking. As I go for be say, I done it on Bebo. Hey, oh, wow. Men who may come. Now, ye be Druswa, but the score line in Abeba. Oh, yes. Score line. They say, I say, Umbelusu friendly now. I'm say Lusu friendly back. Okay. Sa, and I say, World Cup or no? World Cup, so I say, card you'll be reading. Me what? We see Spain the bench, right? Why is that? That's not all. Yeah, ready is. Pay that was
All right, so you just heard the voice of Prophet Uche. Subsequent to that, he's come out to defend himself. He says he's not some small prophet that you guys can just wipe and swipe and dismiss because he said something. You know, a number of stuff have come out as a result of this. But hopefully we'll be bringing the response or his defense to you. But I'll start with Amelewosi. That's the Italian version of your name, Amelewosi.
This matter.
Yes, please regale us with your gravitas on the matter.
Good gravitas.
Yeah.
When it comes,
She is not a prophet. She is neither in.
Are you a spokesperson?
God,
but I know it.
That's why.
God has not called me.
Yes, good.
God has not called. I've not received the
Any
call
calling
from
nowhere in the
God.
course of the preamble have I suggested that he has.
From
Because
God.
I just want your thoughts on the
I
matter.
don't know. I don't know how it works when God called them. When God is about to reveal
how God sounds like.
I don't know.
Sena, what is your problem?
I don't know.
Yeah, the one who has heard of God and believe that it
what
is God.
I know is that in football, and your preparation, your skills, teamwork, your coaching strategy, and sometimes luck.
And also the quality of, don't forget to, you can prepare over the person you
are going to play.
And sometimes luck, okay, that works for you in football. If that is what somebody would tell God's doing,
Input, if you like.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. That's your initial reaction.
That is me. I mean, that is what I know so far as football is concerned. Because you cannot go and sleep as a team. Wake up and go and say that you will not practice, you will not train and sleep and wake up and go to the field and say you are going to play against a team that is always training and got all the strategies right and is doing everything that you are going to do, and then God do not. Then God is not being fair.
I see. Amos.
So if he says God has told
to
you,
be very frank, I like to listen to his
defense. The defense is quite lengthy. I'm not sure if it will fit into the time frame.
Oh, you can summarize it
Okay.
exactly.
No, but
enough.
I also think that in everything he said, I didn't hear him say God said. He said they should come and see me. I have already
No, he prophesied.
No, a prophecy.
Yes.
Is the word of God coming to you. We all assume that we all say that only God can see what will happen tomorrow. No man can do that.
No, God reveals it to man to declare.
So it sounded like as if it is out of his own might. Do you understand?
No, I don't understand.
So is he a seer from
God's favorite child?
What is he?
No, he saw. He's a man of God. He saw that this was what was going to happen, so to speak.
Was this how Elisha and Elijah sounded?
Well, I was not there in their era, so I'm unable to.
Because sometimes when you read the Bible, the way they speak, and God said that.
That says the Lord.
He didn't sound like that. Sounded like out of his own might. There's a power that he has.
No, based on what God had
so
revealed
God has
to him.
revealed to him, so his confident
of
in
what
what God has told him.
Yes. And God is interested in football, who wins, who does not win. And then this is Charlie. There are things that come to mind when people say these things.
So share some of those things.
God is a football fan.
Well, actually that's the suggestion, because when I listen to some of these things, I ask, so if we're going to play against Croatia, for example, is it that the Croatians don't have pastors who prophesy and tell them that, oh, Croatia, when you go and play against Ghana, you beat them 2-0. Or Ghana will beat you 5-0 unless you come and see me for us to do some things to turn the tide in your favor. I wonder. You know.
You see, these things are difficult to discuss because we are talking about an imposition of
a metaphysical idea
on the faith. You see, it's more enjoyment that man has created for himself. Should not become the subject of spiritual debates.
You wish. People them are betting things.
So
people them are betting things they have.
No.
You can't do it.
The bet is important, but those are the decisions that you make as a man. So you see, there are some things. I think men of God should avoid there's some arena that they should not go into.
I know where you're going with this.
Yeah, you should be careful. Because, for example, if he's sharing his opinion, I would have shared the same opinion with him back then, that I don't see how the Black Stars will even win one match at the World Cup. But they have done that. I would have gone with Spain as one of the favorites to win the World Cup.
Who just got held to a draw.
But that does
a
not rule
lowly
them out.
placed team, Cape Verde.
But that does not rule them out of winning. They can still go ahead, qualify, and go and win the World Cup. So there's not so much you can say about this stage of the World Cup.
Exactly. It's just the prelims, right?
It's difficult. You see, men of God, you see, that's the thing. They create a certain sense where it becomes difficult. And you say certain things that you are not supposed to say that are necessary. But anyway, it is his God. Not be so. His God likes football. He is God reveals things to him about showbiz and football. Maybe God has developed an interest in show business because of the impact it's having on his people
in Ghana,
across the world.
No, but this is the Ghanaian perspective.
Oh yeah, but maybe God is worried about Ghana showbiz now, and worried about Ghana sports now too. So maybe God is dealing with Ghanaian showbiz and Ghanaian sports at this time. Maybe he will move globally and be revealing to all pastors what will happen in football and what this thing. The whole thing is confusing,
but this thing, it talks to how they even handle prophecies, in quotes, if they even see it, how they handle it.
That's where we all don't want to go to.
That's why we don't want
okay.
to.
Okay. To be fair, let me bring Lavo. Let me bring Lavo. Let's take
I'm
Lavo's
not saying
thoughts.
that he didn't see anything or God didn't speak to him. That I can't see because I wasn't there.
Okay, let's take Lavo's thoughts, and then we have his defense now. It's about 8 minutes long,
No,
but I will just play. We'll just play
Maybe part of it.
a small bit of it to see what he has to say in his defense. So, Mr. Lavo, your thoughts on the matter?
I think some men of God are disrespecting Christians. They are disrespecting us.
That's a very serious allegation.
They have
to
taken
make.
us for granted. Like Nancy said, once you claim what you are saying is coming from God, it is believed you are speaking the mind of God. And we all know that God does not have a hand in football outcomes.
How do you know?
If two teams
exactly, speak for yourself.
If two teams pray to God
I believe
for
that
victory,
God is a Manchester United supporter.
if two teams pray to God for victory, who is God going to give the victory?
Well, that's an interesting question. I have no response.
Football match is not played between children of God and children of demons, where the God factor can help you win over the demons. You understand? If God has a hand in football outcomes, I'm sure the World Cup would have been won by Christian nations a number of times. Those winning the World Cups, Argentina, how are they a Christian nation?
It's predominantly Catholic, if you like. Most of the Latin American countries
Brazil,
are predominantly, yes,
more Christian
Catholic.
than England.
Well, it has to do with demographics, but yeah, I mean, they are mostly Catholics.
So the point I'm trying to make is that God does not determine the outcome of football games. So if men of God decide to veer into that arena and they get it wrong, they should accept the responsibility for lying about God. They keep ascribing to God things that God didn't tell them.
You were there when they were having the interaction with
So
God.
why would
Really?
God told him Ghana would not win a single game in the World Cup, and Ghana has won their first game. What does that make God?
So
God is
he's
now a
coming
liar.
back to defend himself.
No,
So
he cannot defend himself.
No. Let's listen to the defense and then we'll come back into the discussion.
Ghana, listen to me. The word, listen to me. I am not a small prophet that you can just swipe and I'll bet you share Juma Mami. Internet does not lie. Videos does not lie. There are dates and times that does not lie. Now listen. I stood here and I gave a prophecy 4 months ago that Ghana World Cup they will never score or they will never win any country. And I said to them, we have to pray for them. In fact, they should even come and see us for us to pray for them. Now listen to me. We prayed for the team. Do you think Bibiani Ebejina Haka? No. Do you think Bibiani Ebejina Haka church them? And I'm a minor prophet to come and stand here and talk about it. Then I came to stand here again. And I make a declaration that we should pray for the team. Now, I don't know. Obiame my papa. Metina Hosai. Me my koko. Anya mi amami adom. Sunsumadia. Now, I stood here and I declared a prayer, and the whole church prayed. Those of internet, those social media, we all pray, and I declared 3 days fasting for the nation, for the match, for the country. And I said the Panama match is the only way Ghana can pass through. Go and check the records. Now, it has come to pass. Even though 2 hours before I posted on my personal page. That is why I'm telling you, internet does not lie. And I said, Ghana name akasa. THE in America. Ghana name why they wakasa. Yampaya dia fast na yeah.
All right, so that's just a snippet of the defense, if you like, a post facto defense on the part of
Heart attack is real, though. BP is also real.
Who won't get that?
This one that is shouting like that. Me, I was even scared for him. The way he's shouting and doing this thing. Look, you go and tell us that. So he's telling us that he declared fasting. The people came to see him and they prayed, and so that changed the earlier revelation from God. Even if that is the case, that is why I'm saying that the way they do it. So okay, so he's just telling us that. So when God revealed to him that Ghana will not win any of the matches, there was an addition that it is only when you do this, that it would happen. So, as a big prophet that he says he is, he shouldn't have come to tell us the first one. He should have gone to see the people who are managing the Black Stars to tell them that, okay, this is what I have seen. But God also gave an alternative that if we come together as a people and do 1, 2, 3, things can overturn.
Okay,
I
Nancy.
think that's what I'm saying, that the way they say it is also a problem.
Hold your horses. Hold your horses. Now, typically, if you're unwell, right, you go to a doctor for solutions, not so. So now that we are in the arena of the prophetic,
we'll go to a prophet. Thank you very much.
Sharp. And so we've been joined on the line by Apostle Abraham Bruce Jr., who's the head pastor of New Life Ecclesia. Good morning to you, sir.
A proper prophet.
Good morning. Good morning.
I hope you're doing well.
I'm good. What about you?
By the grace of God, I'm also hanging in there. And so we're faced with a bit of a conundrum as to whether God actually dictates matters when it comes to football. I.e., does God say, Ghana is going to play England if the people of Ghana come together and pray and fast for this number of days, even though England have a potential to beat us 2 or 3-0, God can avert the result and give the victory to the Black Stars so they qualify to the next stage. From your experience as a prophet, does that type of thing happen?
Literally, it's no. One thing you have to know is that the Bible says that for my people are destroyed because of lack of knowledge. So now people misunderstood the prophetic. But one thing you have to know is that if you have knowledge, you have power. There's a saying that knowledge is power. So in Hebrews chapter 1, verse 1, he said, long ago, God spoke many times and in many ways to our ancestors, which means our old times fathers, through the prophets. So we got to know that in the Old Testament, God speaks through his prophets. What message did God give to them? It was about the coming Lord Jesus Christ. Verse 2 says that, and now in these final days, this is the days that we are. He said, he has spoken. It's not he's about to speak. He has spoken to us through his son. Other versions say through the language of Jesus. So God speaks to us in the language of Jesus. So where from this event, you can predict about an upcoming event in which it can be yes, but not from God in quotes. So that's what we have to be very careful. Jesus said something in Matthew chapter 24, verse 4. He said that we should be careful because there will be many false prophets in these last days. And this is what we are seeing now. Because if God says the 10 is 2-1 and it didn't happen like that, which means you are telling me that God is a man that he should lie. I hope you understand.
I do. So I'm going to ask you, so give me a direct answer. When it comes to football, is God able to switch results or determine what happens on the field of play? I want to know emphatically.
God doesn't do anything of that kind of sort. What if they will score it, or it is just a game? Football is a game. It's a game that we use to entertain ourselves. God wouldn't even involve himself in a game. For what reason? So at all costs, if Ghana wins, what next? Does it bring glory to him? No. What brings glory to him is by revealing his son, Jesus, to the one who is lost. God doesn't waste his time in certain things that will not bring anything, that will not benefit to his glory.
So, how then should we approach the subject of quote-unquote prophets coming out to make predictions in certain arenas, some of which turn out completely opposite?
Okay. Prophets should stay out in this kind of thing because it is revealing them to know if they are true prophets or false prophets. Because God doesn't speak in that way. God doesn't speak in that way. God doesn't speak in that way.
Oh,
No.
all right. Finally, how those of us who follow them or who go to church,
okay,
what mechanism or what filter should we use when we are in their presence to know that, okay, this one, it is God who is speaking, or this one is coming from emotion?
Okay. So I'll just give a simple scripture. I want to base my final authority in the word of God. In 1 John chapter 4, verse 1 to 4, he said, "Dear friends, do not believe everyone who claims to speak by the Spirit or who claims to speak in the office of a prophet." He said, "You must test them to see if they have the Spirit that comes from God. For there are false prophets in this world." So you have to test. You listening to the prophecy, you have to test. You have to know that this is from God or this is not from God. Verse 2, he says something that this is how we know if they have the Spirit of God. If a person claiming to be a prophet acknowledges that Jesus Christ came in a real body, that person has the Spirit of God. What was the prophecy about? Was it about Jesus Christ? No. Which means you are speaking what is against Christ because you are not speaking of Christ. Verse 3 says something that he said, but if someone claims to be a prophet and does not acknowledge the truth about Christ, which means there's a specific message, that person is not from God. Such a person has the spirit of Antichrist. So anyone who is speaking by the Spirit that does not reveal Christ has having the spirit of Antichrist. And this is that's the result that we are seeing now. Because if you say that the thing is A and the thing is B at the result, which means you spoke false. There was a recent time that prophet proclaimed that there's going to be, I think, this voting system, MPP primaries. He said that this person is winning, but we got to know that he didn't win. Now, where is God in it? We didn't see God, because God is not a man that you should lie. Whatever that he spoke from Genesis, it came to pass. But now he said this is from God. Now, where is the God in the message? We didn't see him glorifying his word. And we didn't see even Jesus in the message, because every prophet speaks about Christ. Every prophet in the times of the book of Isaiah, all the prophecies that he laid was the coming Jesus Christ, in which now we have the fulfillment in our time. So we have to be very careful. So we have to test the real prophet, the true ones, and the false ones.
Okay, Prof. Sorry, Apostle Abraham Bruce Jr. We're running out of time.
Okay.
I think that in future we should have a further discussion on this.
Okay.
Because you have said we should test them, but we don't have that blueprint for testing them to know that this person is a true prophet or that person is a true prophet.
Yes.
But we're running out of time, so we'll leave it here. Thank you for sharing your perspectives with us on this
You're
matter.
welcome.
Have a lovely day, sir.
Okay, same.
Gentlemen.
This is a comment from Marcel Akpabli. Because this same prophet said that Spain will win the World Cup. He did not ask the Spanish national team to come and see him. Yet he predicted that they will win the ultimate. Yet he's saying his fellow Ghanaians should come and see him before he prays for Ghana to win a match. I'm really finding it very difficult to understand his logic. Marcel Akpabli sent that. See, these things are... sometimes it's better you ignore some of these things when you hear them.
No. Me, my interest is because this is not the first time it's been happening. In fact, I'll say this: a long time ago, I went to a church service, and a Black Star player came to church, and the man of God prayed for him. We're going to play another African team, and said, we all prayed, said like it was going to be a good match. He was going to score, blah blah blah. That match was one of the worst the Black Stars have played. But at the time I was quite younger. And I was asking myself, so what happened to all because we all prayed fervently.
Yeah. All the prayers you said.
Exactly. So which is bringing this discussion into focus. Whether God actually is involved when it comes to football, and if I might stray a little politics, or there are other extraneous factors. There are things that have to be done for a certain result, i.e., preparation. Okay. I mean, listen. I heard or I read that when Kylian Mbappe's talent was discovered by his dad, he approached somebody in Cameroon to say, listen, my son is really, really good and he has to play for the Indomitable Lions. And the person demanded money. Said, he has to come and play. If he wants to come and play, he has to bring something.
Yeah.
When he approached
in our national team.
Good. When he approached the French, they said, listen, if you should come and justify, if he's good, he'll play. So because of the selfishness and the greed
of one man,
of one person in the Cameroonian FA, they lost
a major
arguably
one of the best,
one of the finest strikers ever to grace the game. So how then can you come and convince me that if we do things like this in our domestic space and we lose very great players? Just yesterday I was hearing the story of another person who was really, really good, but who was trying to, showcase his talents on the national stage and was being denied. And the person has gone to naturalize for Niger. And Niger came to play Ghana, and that person scored. The person scored against our team. Even though when he tried to gain access to our team, he was blocked.
I think...
How do you situate God in all of this?
I think that sometimes we make the mistake of assuming that the involvement of God always leads to victory. God's victory is not your victory. What God sees as victory is not necessarily what you see as victory. Sometimes I have come to understand that sometimes God needs you to lose here so you can move here. Because he needs you to win here, not here. Okay.
But you're not talking about football.
I'm not talking about football.
Wonderful.
I'm saying that if you say God rules in the affairs of men, doesn't mean that God always leads you towards success in everything.
Okay.
Because it means that it is for God to determine which of your affairs he wants to make himself apparent. That we also always pray that God should guide us towards his purpose for our life. No be so.
Not so.
So in some instances, what you think is God's purpose, God's
Might
purpose
not necessarily be,
will conflict with the real purpose of God.
Mm.
So what that means is that you most likely fail here because that is not his purpose for you. He needs you to get here. Is that not what we read from the Bible and what we've been told? So why then do we live in this kind of reality where everything that comes from God has to be victory? Black Stars,
or we spiritualize football in a certain sense,
So at the end of the day, because I'm also thinking that who says that if God wants to help us to build a team, his approach necessarily will be that we'll win matches at this World Cup? What if he decides that you need to lose all the matches and come home because the plans I have for you does not involve you performing at this World Cup? You see, so there are things that you have to think about.
Well, the thing is that since you and I don't know the mind of God, we'd have to leave the discussion.
But I'm glad the man of God has confirmed that God does not have any input in who wins a football match.
That has been established without any reasonable doubt for
I can't
purposes of the
say. You
conversation.
see, it's difficult to say for sure
Mm.
because involved are footballers whose careers, whose careers will be built either here or will be built somewhere else. So if God rules in affairs of men, these individual men, you are assuming that God is guiding their path in life. So you cannot say that he has no role in determining some of these things because of the way we believe God operates. The problem I have is with people who claim they are men of God, who speak their mind and insisting that it's the mind of God and imposing it on us.
It's a good place to wrap up the discussion. All right, so at this point, we would like to terminate proceedings for today. It's been a lovely discussion, I trust. And thank you for being part of it. And so, in the not too distant future, you'll be hearing him. His name is Daniel Badu. We call him DJ Abega, and he'll be bringing you the mid-morning affair on Gold 90.5 FM. For now, it's wrap-up time. My name is Henry Kojo Agbai. The show has been produced by Eric Boating, and I've been doing this in concert with Sena Nombo, your regular hosts, Nancy, and Mr. Lavo. So Sena returns, God willing, on Monday. Of course, you can catch him on Alaji and Alaji tomorrow morning. And I hope to be here next week, Friday. And then you can catch me on the Soft Zone in the evenings at 7 p.m. Until then, God bless Ghana. Have a lovely and productive day, everyone.